gained weight. The nigga that lost weight, lifted weights or some shit doing with some weight.
So he big as hell now.
Man, they said nigga got muscles and shit, man. So he ain't bullshit this time.
I like red balls, my type, light skin, next left, hello.
GFN, that's fantastic. Fantastic. GFN, that's fantastic. Fantastic. GFN, that's fantastic. Fantastic. GFN, that's fantastic. Fantastic.
That's good, fantastic.
I like red balls, my type, light skin, next left, hello.
GFN, that's fantastic. Fantastic. GFN, that's fantastic. Fantastic. GFN, that's fantastic. Fantastic. GFN, that's fantastic. Fantastic.
That's good, fantastic.
Yo, what up, what up, what up? Y'all know the deal, man. Like and share, like and share, like and share, so we get this thing out everywhere. There's anywhere in the world you could be, but just hope you right here with me, the BABG OG. And I appreciate y'all to pull up on me, man. What's going on with you? Shout out to everybody in the building. Let's get into it, man. Now, listen. It's crazy how black men can't even have a conversation. Anything other than wrong, 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 wrong when it comes to any type of, sexual misconduct from a moral standpoint. Now, again, legally, it is what it is. Across the board, hey, it's in black and white, nigga, good night. You feel me? But the issue and problem comes up as to when we start having these conversations about, ages of consent and the way things are and the way things should be. But we know the shit like, hey, again, every nigga in high school remembers the girls telling them, hey, girls mature faster than boys. My man grown, he got money, he got a car, he got all these things. But yet and still, give it 10 to 20 years later, those same women that were willingly dealing with grown ass men, willingly and knowingly dealing with grown ass men. Now, mind you, I'm not absolving the grown men of being wrong. But again, we have to have this conversation as to where, hey man, listen, these girls that are of you know, puberty age to where, you know, a lot of them start becoming sexually active. All right. This is the reality of it. Okay. Are willingly choosing to deal with these grown ass niggas. And not only willingly, they're targeting them. Again, you getting denied. All right. You getting denied, man. You know what I'm saying? Simply why? Because you're her age, but you don't have a car, you don't have a house, you don't have resources. And you know what's crazy? We never mentioned this shit, but this is where the hypergamy thing starts. These women practice hypergamy as girls. Why? Because they'll tell you so quick, hey, my man grown. Right? Let's see. And it was somewhere, but hold on. And actually, no, I don't want to show that because if I show that, they're probably gonna try to flag it. Okay. So what I'll do is I'll just but I'm pretty sure I know it's on here because I saw it. Give me a second. So two things happened this week, man. You know, as before, you know, when what's the girl name? Suki Hana was twerking on the little boy. Nobody found anything wrong with that. But as soon as Suki Hana you know, was flirting with a grown man, right? She was flirting with a grown ass man. Well, here it is right here. Right, here we go. Okay. Suki Hana was flirting with a grown man. And that grown man, again, and I'm not agreeing with this. I'm not saying he was right. I'm not saying that it's okay. But I'm simply saying the the reaction and the vitriol and the immediate, you know, he's a predator, he's a this, he need to be locked up. Y'all niggas need to ride on him and beat him up and predator. You know, it's so quick as again, man, where people act like women are completely, totally innocent and play no part in a man's reaction. Now, again, what I want you to say, I have to be clear in saying this. Every time I do this, I want to make sure I'm in no way, shape, form, or fashion saying that a man has the right to touch a woman without her permission. A man has a right to engage with a woman physically without her permission. I am not saying that. But what I'm saying is there are things to where you can send a man signals. If you are flirting with him, if you are touching him, if you are saying certain things, if you're talking sexually, as to where he could get things mixed the fuck up. Okay. And now he's touching you, he's groping you, he's kissing you, he's these things, and so on and so forth. And then, okay, he's wrong. But how do we get to this point? The situation is a lot of times, man, and you know what's big, bro. I told you, in the military, huge thing, dog. So many dudes got fucked over in, you know, SA situations because alcohol was involved. And then it's pretty much like, oh, well, she was under the influence of alcohol, so you can't consent. Well, hold on. Whoa. Wait a minute. Well, he was under the influence of alcohol too. So you mean to tell me alcohol works with consent only one way? If we're both intoxicated, we're both partaking of fucking alcohol. Now, mind you, I'm not talking some shit where a dude clearly got a woman blackout drunk or she don't know what the fuck going on and so on and so forth. No, I'm saying there's been cases as to when a woman was fully aware, all these different things, and then after the fact, because of whatever reason, you know what I'm saying, claimed that she was SA because she knew the alcohol was well, I can't probably give consent. And I've seen dudes get their whole life destroyed, man. All right. There have been females in the motherfucking military, bro, that made that ruined careers just off of lying off of motherfuckers. And when they finally picked up the trend of her lying and the pattern, it was too late. They didn't go back and tell those dudes that got kicked out of the Navy for, you know what I'm saying, lost rank, lost money, lost all these things. They're not gonna go back and tell them, hey man, this bitch was lying and we found out. Of course not, because then, you know, restitution and, you know, mispay and all these different things and so on and so forth. Even though I feel like they should have to do that. If it is found out that a man is kicked out for an allegation, right? And the sad thing about the military, people don't understand, man. You got most shit don't go to you know, a trial. You don't go to a court martial, right? There's even stipulations as to when you can demand one. You got to be a certain rank. You got to have served a certain amount of time. All these different things, right? Oh, shout out to Brian, man. Appreciate you, brother, for picking up on me on Twitter, man. Shout out, bro. all these different things, right? So most of this shit happens in JP, non-judicial punishment. That's where at the command level, you go to see the CO and the XO and they make a judgment on it. Most 9 times out of 10, man, anything comes up sexual, for the sake of they don't want to be involved in any type of thing to where you let a sailor get essayed or inappropriately touched or anything from a sexual nature of a girl to woman to man. All right, any type of those allegations, bro, the dude, he's cooked. He's cooked. He can have the evidence. He got this. I'll never forget. Deployment 2015. Everybody on the boat. They already tell us before we leave 9 months, right? So we out to sea one of them times or whatever, and I think it was like Bahrain or some shit, right? I think it was like we finally hit Bahrain. They get out the boat, Bahrain. Girl, been dealing with a certain group of dudes. She like, hey, I'm with it. Certain group of dudes, do their thing. They get everything on camera. They have physical evidence of the girl being a willing participant. All this shit. Hey, they showing like, hey, what? And you know what happened? They all got fucked up, bro. Getting motherfucking kicked out, processed the fuck out. Why? Because the girl claimed it was involuntary, even though she agreed to all this stuff and, text messages, everything. Right? But again, because the female's involved and a woman can never, ever be a victim. A woman can never be anything other than a victim in a sexual situation, which you're going to see here, right? Which I don't know. I'm not going to show because if I show this shit, I know they probably gonna do it. So what I'll do is I'll put the link in the chat for you guys. So do me a favor. Click over on this real quick. Watch this for me real quick so you guys can see what's going on. Shout out to Paris, by the way. And after you guys have watched this, put a 1 in the chat so I know that everybody's seen it, right? So for the sake of so they don't try to flag, if you guys don't notice, they flagged my last stream. I have no idea why. You know what I'm saying? They haven't given me any details, so I'm getting appealed it, waiting for them to see what's gonna go on. Who knows? But that's why my last the last stream is not up. I don't know what the hell happened, but after you guys click through this and see it, man, put a 1 in the chat. You know what I mean? So we can so I can discuss it, right? So this little fella right here, the little RT guy, and this was the beginning of the week. Yeah, this was the 5th, right? So the little RT dude, the same dude that was, what we gonna do 60 fucking miles or whatever. I forget whatever it is, right? That song to where he's cussing, but he don't even know how to do multiplication and addition. You know what I'm saying? They exposed that. They got this dude. Well, hold on. Here we go. I can show you. I can show you this part, which is wild, but okay. This shit's sad, man. Let's see something real quick. Do me a favor, man. Hit the right like button for me. Oh, it's the real one. Oh, okay. So hey, what's going on, man? You finally find your way over here, huh? So as you can see, man, this kid, I think he might be 19 years old, no more than that, right? And they're using him to somehow pick his mother's match, right? You know, these 20v1 things or whatever, right? So let's see.
Oh, it's your boy King Sid, and I'm back with another video.
RT, hey, man.
Man, I said I'm back with another video. Yeah. What's up, mama?
How you doing?
I'm doing good. Look, RT, so today he's gonna swipe 20 guys for his mother. I'm the matchmaker. This is what I do. So today, good luck. And yo, you better make the right.
Now again, look at this shit, man. His mom is, of course, you know, and
All right, so we got round one. Oh, we are fresh right now. Okay, so look, round one is based on outfits. So if the outfit is fresh, swipe them right. If it's bad, left. All right, we're gonna leave them in the dust. What you think about his fit?
I fuck with the fit.
With it?
Yeah, I fuck with the fit. I fuck.
now you hear the language, right? You hear the language, you hear, you know, this is a 10-year-old kid, man, in front of his mom. I fuck with the fit. All right. And you guys saw the what's the name? So again, I'm gonna put this in the link so people can watch it if you haven't already. So pretty much for his whatever birthday this was, I have no idea, right? Whatever birthday this was for this kid, 11, something like that, 10, 11, whichever one it was. There were grown women, grown adult women. As a matter of fact, hold on, let me do this. I can't do this. I can't show that part, but I can show this part. We can show you the perpetrators. That's important. Okay, we got to at least show you the perpetrators. Okay. So yeah, we can do that. Yeah, we can. Let's do this. Okay, so hold on. All right. So I'm not going to show any of the graphic situation. You know, of this poor young man, this child being you know, inappropriately. Okay, make it bigger, but being inappropriately handled with adult women. But as you can see, those are two adult women. Okay, with a 10 or 11-year-old. Two adult women. And those two adult women, okay, somehow, some way, begin to sexually gyrate, dance, grind, twerk, all of those things that, you know, grown women do, but on a child. And of course, people not only recorded it, but posted it to the internet. Now, is there anyone that's going to find these young ladies and demand that they, you know, be charged? I ain't heard nobody talk about CPS being called. You know what I'm saying? And it's just sad, man, when you come to realize, bro, I tell y'all, this is why I talk about what I talk about, you know. And a lot of you brothers talk about you know, your first sexual experience and stuff with, you know, a lot of them being, not most, but I say a number of them being from adult women. I had no idea until you brothers came and started telling your stories about how many children had their first sexual encounter with a grown ass woman or damn near grown ass woman, where you're a small child and this girl is in, you know, 16 or older, right? Or an adult, mind you, i.e. Chief Keef, right? Chief Keef got his baby mom pregnant, I think at like 16, and he's paying child support about 17. And nobody was talking about this woman being a predator. Nobody ever said anything negative, you know, none of that shit, right? None of it. Anytime the roles are reversed as to where, you know, an adult woman is dealing with an underage boy, male, right? Oh man, you know, he lucky, or he wanted it, or you know, nobody forced him. Well, if we're talking legally, that don't matter. And then morally, how do you know? How do you know? Listen, listen. There have been situations I've been in where, hey, I really didn't want to do it, but hey, listen. You give that motherfucking second head some attention, baby.
Don't let every man hit the bottom of your vagina, the root of your vagina.
But they don't know about the bottom. They don't know about the bottom.
Yeah, that.
I may not be willing, but I'm sure damn am able. You hear me? Listen, man. Y'all many times like that's the crazy part about it. Y'all like women be like, oh man, you know, they get married in long-term relationships. They just, give you that motherfucking lazy motherfucking pussy. Give you that lazy pussy. Just to keep you happy. But it worked the same way, but all right. You ain't got that motherfucking green jacket, baby. You ain't got that master's pussy. I'm just tired. All right. You want some? I really ain't into it. I really ain't whatever. Something's like, I'm gonna give you these. Hey, that 3 strokes or less, baby, and I'm good. I'm out of there. All right. I might spit on your back to make you think. Niggas fake it too. All right. Y'all talking about niggas don't wear no condom shit. Hey, listen, I'm going too long, goddamn. I'm like, Listen, I've been going too long, goddamn. I told y'all, hey, it's a 15-minute minimum. All right, I'll say like 30-minute maximum. We don't. Hey, everybody done proved this too. Shout out to us, man. Shout out to men, man. Shout out to men for having to do motherfucking at least 85 to 95% of the fucking work during sex. Okay, all they gonna do is what? Lay down. Oh, lazy pussy. You know what I'm saying? Go lay down. She ain't gonna throw it bike when you're hitting it from the bike. No, catch the rhythm, baby. Catch the rhythm. Baby. Catch the rhythm. Throw it back. Stop. I'm gonna just stop. You do the work. Do some work. All right, now catch it. No, don't stop. Keep throwing it. Listen, I'm an expert, goddamn. Hey, listen. I don't just talk. Hey. Listen. She started throwing it back. And
Don't try to make me take all that dick at one time.
Slow and easy.
He said, don't worry. I wouldn't do that to you. I would not rush all this dick up in you at one time. I'm going to take it easy on you. She said, okay, I think I can take it. So he laid down. The nigga rushed all that dick up in her.
Damn right. Damn right. Bitch, you gonna know I'm here, goddamn. All right? You gonna know it. I'll just do that one time. And then we can slow it. But hey, you got, and rammed. But nah, man, men can never be, the victims in any type of sexual encounter. And that's just the way society is. And that's why I say women talk about, oh, y'all got vagina envy and all that shit. No, we really don't. We don't. We just accept the reality of the things. We understand that. Most men, the majority of men move accordingly. The majority of men are not predators. The majority of men are not creeps. The majority of men are not weirdos. The majority of men are not forceful in any type of physical encounter with women. The majority, major majority. Okay. We're talking 90+%. All right. And the number only gets smaller as you motherfucking spread out amongst the world because there's more people. Right. Even in the countries, man, to where, hey, women don't really have rights like that. There's no like 50 and 60%, situations of just, forcefulness and shit. And then now people just now learn about how the motherfucking Habibs and them get down with the little boys over there. We been knew this. I thought everybody knew this. One of the I guess the worst kept secrets of Arab culture is women are for babies and little boys are for fun. It's been said. And they just did a story as to where they have the little boys, doing these things, man. But that's another thing for another day, man. It just, again, overall supports how men can't be and even boys can't be victims of, sexual misconduct. It's wild, isn't it? But we've seen this again, time and time again, for black boys, especially Lil RT, the kid that Sugi Hana was twerking on. You guys remember the live I did 3 years ago? My A1 day ones. Y'all remember I showed y'all one man? It was like, hold on, let me see if I can find this thing. Let me see if I can find the live I did about the little boy. He was little. I want to say like maybe 3 or 4 years old. You know what I'm saying? Had the grown women twerking on him and in front of him, and they hired a stripper for a 3 to 4 year old fucking thing, man. You know what I'm saying? It just goes to show you, man, just how crazy this shit is. Let me see. Let me see where we at. Mm. Damn, man. I see it. If one of you guys can find it for me, man. Y'all know what I'm talking about. Put it for me in the chat. We'll get to it. But yeah, I talked about that in like 2020, 2021, right? And it was a small kid, bro. Again, everybody wanted to crucify Boosie, which again, I did not agree with Boosie saying what he said. But the issue and problem is what? The grown women that are willing to participate in these acts repeatedly. Everybody wants to blame the man and say, hey, I got my son some pussy in his head or whatever when he was 13 years old. Okay, how were you able to find a grown woman willing to do this? And we're not talking no motherfucking fiend. We're not talking no junkie. We're not talking no motherfucking crackhead, smoker, whatever, tweaker, whatever you call them, right? We talking about a woman, bro, that's, you know what I mean, a stripper or some girl that's just, and she's willing to buy, for payment or just requests, right? It's crazy, man. Nas rapped about his baby seven messing with him. Lots of rappers used to share that, but no one cared, man. No one cares. No one cares when the black boy, right, is a victim of any type of sexual misconduct. And then what do they tell us as soon as you get grown? You're over sexual. All y'all care about is pussy. All y'all want to do is have sex. Well, damn. We've been exposed to it and told that the identity of the black man's manhood is wrapped up in his sexual prowess. His sexual success is a measure of his, him being a man. This is why we put such a fucking premium on, oh man, you don't get no pussy. You ain't get no pussy, nigga. Now that's a bigger fucking insult than your bag. Oh man, that nigga still ain't getting no pussy. Shit, he got some money or whatever, but he ain't got no hoes. See how crazy that is? And then still we supposed to, man, we got to get away from, this, identifying with our dicks. And it's like, well, damn, nigga, which is it? Are y'all gonna stop fucking talking about and wondering, wondering about how much pussy or speculating about how much pussy a man get? That's why I don't ever bring this shit up until a nigga bring it up about me. You bring it up about me, then it's like, okay, nigga, we can do this. But everybody's always dick speculating, man. You know what I'm saying? It's like, bro, why are you worried about that? Like, nigga, who I fuck don't make you nut? What's wrong with you, man? Can you please, brother? Please.
Get your hand off my penis! This is the bloke who got me on the penis.
You know what I mean? Venus, you don't agree? You don't care about the young black boys? Young black boys? Now I can show you this one. And this is the one right here that's gonna get everything popping, right? Well, actually, two of them. Now, first off, no, I need to do this one first. Hold on. Because this one was wild. And I don't know who these new people is, but I saw this on what's the name, right? Where is it at? Here you go. And I'm not gonna play the fucking music on this one because these niggas not finna get me on this shit. All right, so this young fella right here, man. Right? This young fella right here. Remember when and remember, right? What's the brother fucker name, the light-skinned brother fucker that got the talk show or whatever? That was fucking publicly harassing Kelly Oubre. The gay man that was motherfucking like publicly fucking sending fucking sexual innuendos and all this shit to a known straight man, right? He finally meets him, and Kelly Oubre has to tell this nigga, hey, look, bro, ain't on that gay shit. Chill out. All right, and he said he felt like Kelly Oubre was wrong. Kelly Oubre did the right thing as a straight man and immediately told this nigga upon motherfucking meeting him. Had to let him know, hey, brother.
Hey, you gay. Y'all niggas are gay. Nigga, you gay. That's gay.
You know what I'm saying? Had to let him know, man. Listen. And if it be none of that shit around here.
Man, hold up. I don't do that gay shit now.
That's his name. Appreciate you, man. Yeah, that guy. That brother fucker right there. And he was telling the story like he was the victim, like he was the person that was wrong when all the man, he didn't snuff him. He didn't be like, hey man, get this nigga up out of here. Kick him out. None of that. He was just like, hey bro, look, you gotta chill on that gay shit, bro, because I'm not with it. You know what I'm saying? Damn, why? Bruh. A straight man can't even flirt too much with a straight woman publicly. I.e., shout out to Adrian Broner, right? Adrian Broner offered Coi Leray tickets to his fight, which, brother, it's probably good she didn't show up, brother. Okay? Gotta hang him up, dog. It's over with. It's over, Adrian. AB. Hey, man, you had a great run, brother. You know what I'm saying? You did some wonderful things, but, brother, hang it up. All right? It's over with. But anyway, this dude, she tried to embarrass, or she did embarrass Adrian Broner by simply saying, hey, I got some tickets, want to come to the fight, so on and so forth. Right? A man shoot his shot, oh, nigga, you thirsty. Nigga, you thirsty. That nigga desperate. He did see that. And now women complaining about, these men don't care no more. They're so nonchalant. They're so this. Bitch, you made us. If a nigga texts back too quick, or he do this, or he do that, he try to talk too much conversation, it's like, well, whoa. Hey, man, you know what? I'm gonna just put this shit on cruise control, and we're gonna play it how we play it. Last thing you ever want to, thirsty nigga. You know what I'm saying? No, shawty, none of that. Now over here, hit me up when you get time. I hit you. We ain't gotta talk every day. Told you, I ain't on no probation. All right? We ain't in no probationship, baby. It's a relationship. All right? It ain't no probationship, it's a relationship. So I ain't gotta check in with you every motherfucking day. We ain't gotta talk on all no. Hey, you grown, I'm grown, we got shit going on. Hey, we'll figure it out. But y'all know what's finna happen, right? Put a one in the chat if y'all already know what's finna happen. Venus, you can go first down, get them on the side. You can go what else? I don't got no disrespect towards you, bro. Hey, yeah, we ain't gonna. Listen, he had to tell the gay nigga, look, bro, I don't play like that. Now, mind you, all the women touching him already. And remember, that's why Kevin Gates is in the thing. Put a one in the chat if y'all remember what Kevin Gates said. What's up, Paris? Shout out to Paris. Hey, if you want a link, let me know. I'll drop it just for you. Shout out to Paris in the building. Put a one in the chat if you guys remember what happened to Kevin Gates. Kevin Gates ended up, I don't know if he went to jail, but he definitely had to motherfucking pay some restitution and shit, so on and so forth, because he was performing and this girl repeatedly groped his penis. Repeatedly. He said, hey, look, he told her once before to stop. She did it again. So what did he do? Gave her that motherfucking footwork. Gave her that footwork, and everybody was looking at him like,
what did he do to make them niggas that mad?
Everybody's looking at Kevin Gates like he was wrong. He's like, look, man, hey, I told this motherfucking young lady, don't grope my penis. And she groped it again, so hey, I guess I had to protect myself. And he ended up getting found guilty, man. What would happen if a grown man was to, you know what I'm saying, reach up and touch a woman's, clearly on camera, touch her private parts? What would happen? If the security hopped down and turned this nigga into motherfucking hamburger meat, no charges filed. Nobody would feel bad. Nobody would say anything. But let a man protect his sexuality and say, hey, look, bitch, I don't know you. Don't grab my dick. This is proof right here. This is how women react to a man. This is how a man's supposed to accept it, to the point of where the brother fuckers. No. Jason Lee's a different situation, Cree. No. Jason Lee was flirting with basketball player, NBA player. Now, this is just some random nigga in a club, some gay nigga, right? But listen, let me back it up for you. And you know, and this is the thing, right? That's to where it's certain people touching on him, and then he had to realize that, whoa. That's a nigga. all them hands rubbing on this nigga. Like, whoa. That hand was rough.
Whoa. Now, you got too much dip on your chip.
I don't got no disrespect towards you, bro. Hey, yeah, we ain't gonna. Appreciate you, bro.
Now look, listen. A straight man can't even give proper correction to a gay man that tries him like that. And the only thing that will happen or supposed to happen is violence. The same violence that would be authorized if a woman was, you know what I'm saying, touched unauthorized by a man in a sexual nature, and then her security team or people in the crowd or whatever were to do with that man, a man should be able to defend himself in the same matter. Listen, bro, listen. Should have been immediately right there. Get your motherfucking hands off me, man. Fuck wrong with you? But because of the society we live in, a man can't even protect himself sexually from another man. God damn. Niggas out here getting motherfucking fleeced, man.
Having some booty was more important than drinking water, man.
She is. Listen. They finna turn the niggas' nipples off. Pause. They out here trying to do a fucking purple norpal and shit. What the fuck is going on? But again, men have to motherfucking accept the shit, man. It is what it is. Part of the show, man. Hey, you know. Right? But here is what we came here for, man. And this right here is all the proof we need. She said she wanted the link. She said she wanted... Okay, cool. I got you. Yeah. Shit, I gotta be up at 5. So we same time. I gotta catch this flight in the morning. So shit, I'm doing this shit late. Shout out to Paris though for coming through. Now, for all you guys that don't know, this is Tariq from Power. I think the brothers, let me see what his real name is. The brother's real name is Michael Rainey Jr., right? And you can't really see what's going on because the little girl right here is blocking it. But just pay attention to his face and his reaction. Do me a huge favor, man. Hey, we got 150 people in here. Hit the like button for me. Hit the like button for me. Hit the like button for me. Thank you.
Everybody in here has worked a job, has more than me.
Now listen, this girl right here, I don't know how old she is, but his face and his reaction, and if you see her hand, which is being blocked by this, right?
I've never worked. I've never did.
The whole time she's talking to him, she's groping him. Whole hand package. Now again, I'm pretty sure he's grown, right? He's got to be grown by now. But he got to be 18, right? Somebody give me his age. Somebody, yes. How old is he? Give me his age. He got to be grown by now. But hey, still a man, right? Boy, man, whatever you want to call him. And this is his interaction with this strange girl he don't even know. 24. Appreciate you. 24 years old. And I don't know if this girl's 24. She doesn't look to be that old. But listen.
Nothing. Yeah, I literally have 5 minutes of max in here. Then you gotta get out, okay?
5 minutes? You do how much? 5 minutes?
Now, none of these people even realize what happened. All right. And pretty much he came through on somebody. I don't know who this guy is, but he's a streamer, right? So he came through, and then everybody in the chat started talking about it and spamming it and being like, what the fuck? What's going on? What the hell? And then this nigga at the end, watch, look what he say.
Okay. Yeah. They've never worked. You gotta think. They've never worked a job, but they got play with us. Yo, anybody need water? No, we go. Paper towels for them. Paper towels. Shut the fuck up. Chat, word of my mother, I'm trying to literally ignore this shit. But I'm getting texts. The energy shifted and niggas just got up and left. Like all that shit really made me all those side of shit really made me feel away. Because when people come, this is your crib. It's about hospitality. That means everything. Stop telling me to ignore it. Because when I was trying to ignore it, y'all dick riders was spamming it.
Now again, look at this goofy ass nigga right here. Everybody gonna call this nigga a dickhead, a goofy, a fuck nigga, or anything. Anybody got anything to say to this dumbass nigga right here? Like y'all had all the smoke for fucking Brandon Jamal. Everybody Brandon Jamal. Worst thing ever. You have a nigga here that's reprimanding the chat, calling niggas dickheads and saying they're wrong because they were fucking pointing out the fact that a man, like he said, got violated in his home. And they just supposed to ignore it. Had it been the other way around, what would have happened? I mean, I don't know who this nigga is. I still don't know who he is. But, I imagine had he did that to the girl, which is some kin to him or whatever, she's already there. He would have changed the energy. He would have been aggressive and he would have been protected and in the right because what? He's protecting the girl that's in his house already. This is why I tell y'all, man, bro, we're our own worst fucking enemies, man. Black men especially. Nigga, just know when to shut the fuck up. Just give a public apology and apologize on behalf of the fucking the sexual deviant that's in your home. While a celebrity comes to your home to visit and show love and help you with whatever platform you have. Instead of you doing that,
that shit really got me really feeling the way because, bro, I be around celebrities all day. You feel what I'm saying? Like, even when I first started being my first few celebrities, don't get me wrong, I do unusual shit. No homo, like nothing crazy. Like, I'll be like, yo, like, I'll be trying to record, get a video, a picture, whatever. But due time, you feel what I'm saying? That shit don't really mean nothing to you. We all equal, we all the same. But she never seen somebody that caliber, so she start, you feel what I'm saying?
And now, this nigga is excusing her behavior. Now, again, let's change the roles up a little bit. Let's not reverse the roles, but let's just change the people in it. Now, let's say it was a girl, okay, a celebrity woman that came through, and then one of his homeboys comes up to her and just grabs her. Hey, what's the infamous grab her by the pussy? You got a celebrity fucking female that comes to your house and some dude in there just comes through and just grabs her by the pussy. Will he be trying to defend this at all? Will he be anything other than super motherfucking apologetic and I'm not fucking with that nigga no more and I don't condone that and I don't do this and blah, blah, and it's fucked up and crazy and oh, that's his sister. How old is his sister? Well, and that's what I'm saying. God's gift, not just bro. God's gift, nigga, like inches behind them. Pause. The little girls didn't know what was going on because they were paying attention to the man. Thank God, right? But like you said, man, how brazen, how crazy is that for a girl to do this literally right behind children? So again, take a man and put him in this position of doing that to a woman. All of that shit would have been brought up. Man, he did that shit around kids, man. He a predator. If he comfortable doing that around kids, he might like kids too. You see how far shit go when, again, a black man is a victim, bro. He's a victim. Black men cannot be victims. I was actually gonna do this shit with the little RT shit, and I might still change the title to that, right? But bro, black men can never be a victim. You understand that? You can't be a victim sexually. You can't be a victim criminally. You can't be a victim on some street shit. You can't be a victim in any way, shape, form, or fashion. You deserve it, nigga. That's why I tell y'all, nigga, you say dumbass shit like, whatever you do, you deserve. It's your fault. Knowing that niggas get hit with strays. Knowing that niggas get caught up in some shit ain't got absolutely nothing to do with them. You pro-black niggas, knowing that, motherfuckers get falsely convicted. But at the same time, y'all say, man, whatever happened to you, nigga, it's your fault. What? No. It's your fault when you fucking willfully and purposely make the wrong decision. It's his fault for showing up to show love? Is it Mr. Rainey Jr.'s fault for showing up to this man's house, feeling like he gonna be safe? Hey, it's cool, whatever, we gonna kick it, la la, whatever. And this girl, like he said, she ain't never been around nobody that caliber. Now, and again, shout out to him, but this nigga, this nigga's not that big of a star. I mean, just for real. No, I'm not hating. Shout out to fucking Tariq. Shout out to Power. Shout out to 50. Shout out to all that shit. I mean, y'all need to bring Ghost back. I don't watch this shit no more, nigga. Ghost died, nigga. The show died with it. I don't know. Okay. But if we had to put a letter on his motherfucking celebrity, it's not A list, bro. It's not an A-lister. Right? So what are we doing here, man?
That's my sister, so like I'm not gonna say nothing bad about it. I'm gonna just check and tell her like you don't gotta be on it. We all the same, we all human. If he's here for me, he's here for you. Family Sunday dinner shit every Sunday. You feel what I'm saying? I got people telling me you gotta be aware who you have around when these type of people come. Why should I?
Damn, why should I? Again, man, look at this, man. Bro, I keep telling y'all, the propaganda, the programming, the simplification, the son husband, the black woman is God. The you know, the protect women no matter, believe all women shit, dog. Bro, this shit is so deeply ingrained in the black man's psyche. We don't even see when we're doing it. Had this happened to his sister, this nigga be turned up. He'll be this, man. And when I catch that nigga, la la la, all this other shit. We know that just by hearing him defend her. Right? Crazy, man.
We all equal. You feel what I'm saying? It's gonna be, we all got a mutual agreement, and it's about respect. Shit got me dumb mad, bro. Like, nothing ever got me more mad than this, bro.
Can't tell this got you too mad, my nigga, because you defending your whole ass sister. All right? You're defending your sexual predator behavior sister. He had, and due to this, man, listen, he had to give a statement, right? At this point, everyone has seen the video circulating online. I am still in shock and don't fully know how to process what happened last night. This is an unfortunate situation that I do not condone in any way. I can't take it lightly because I know I will be in serious trouble if the roles were reversed. Shout out to him, man. And I hope he truly, truly, truly means this, okay? I hope he truly means this. I hope this isn't just fucking PR. And again, man, listen. Examples and precedents need to be set. Examples and precedents need to be set. Just saying. The fact is, sexual assault is never okay, regardless of gender or status. We're all human and we should respect each other. Most importantly, we should always respect ourselves. It's crazy how people can understand this shit, right? At any given time when a woman just makes a claim. This happened on video, man. Nobody's calling for this bitch's head to roll. Nobody's calling her a predator. Nobody's mentioning, like, you shout out to you y'all in the chat. Nobody's mentioning the fact that she did this brazenly right behind children, bro. Children, 3 of them. That had been a man, bro. This would be World War fucking 10. Fuck 3, nigga. It's on camera. Black men need to, you know what I'm saying? Black men are they predators and they're violent and they over sexual and they're gonna take the pussy. They on some mystical shit. Pussy crooks. And lo and behold, when we fucking see this shit happen to the black man, nobody got shit to say, man. Nobody got shit to say. Links in the chat, bro. Y'all want to come up. Cree, I don't know. I don't know if she's underage or not. King picks. If it is wanted, brother, that's different. We're talking about unwanted shit, bro. We're talking about just random shit. As to where, that's why I say, man, people don't even understand like the forever 22 with kids. Wow. Were those her kids? Were those little girls her kids? Pastor, what's up with you, fam?
What's good with you, yo?
I can't complain.
Man, it should be a he too. It should be a kids too, because they like to mess with these young brothers when they young. I mean, every brother got a story when he was like 14, 15, 16. Or somebody was a woman was at least 21.
Yeah, man. Yeah, I've been saying something about the kids too shit. I know that's never gonna happen. And that's another thing that shows you, bro. Women are just so fucking selfish, dog. Women don't give a fuck about nobody but themselves. bro, the most abused people, SA, bro, are children. The most physically and sexually, the most abused people are children, and these mothers, don't even give a fuck enough to like, man, hey, what's going on with these kids?
They hands down the most abused. Like even down when it comes down to that Hollywood stuff, they talked about the women for years. They just now. I mean, they just now in 2024 having a Hollywood movement for the kids.
Yep. Remember when the girl that was she was the girlfriend of the food dude that committed suicide, Anthony Bourdain, I think. She fucking settled the case and pretty much pled guilty to molesting the kid when he was like, saying she groomed that kid since he was like 15, 16 years old. And she admitted it in that case, and nobody ever brought it up ever again. Nobody gave a fuck, man.
Nope.
Yeah, man. That shout out to Link. I remember I learned this when I covered this before earlier on. Was it this year or maybe it was late it might have been late last year. I didn't know the song that J. Cole made was about this shit, to where the woman sold a fucking child to a predator, man.
You talking about Shania Davis?
Yeah, man. Shit like that.
Yeah,
and these women are never held fucking responsible and accountable, bro. She should be just as much, if not worse, as the fucking man, dog. Because they always say the same thing. I didn't know I didn't know where he planned on. Like, bitch, you sold your child
for drugs. She took her child. I was in North Carolina when that happened. She took her child to a hotel with the dreadhead dude, sold her child for some drugs, and he ended up doing what he did to that child
and killed her
and threw her over an overpass, bro.
Just animal type shit.
Yeah, man.
But
Brian, yeah, go ahead, brother. It's on you, Brian. What's up with you?
First off, man, great stream. Loving your content.
Appreciate you, bro.
First off, that young girl needs to be held accountable. She needs to be held accountable before somebody else holds her accountable outside of the law. If you know what I mean. You know what I'm saying? And situations like this are they're just tough to talk about. You know what I mean? And do you watch a lot of high school football?
Nah.
Do you ever heard of a high school in South Dallas called Duncanville?
I've heard of it.
Yeah, I live by Duncanville now. Duncanville, DeSoto, City Hill. Yeah, I live over there now. Yeah, I know you're talking about.
There was a young man who played linebacker for Duncanville. His name is Kendrick Blackshire. He played linebackers at Alabama. Enormous young man, right? Like a big he was a 4 or 5 star prospect for Duncanville, right? And he went viral back in 2022 or 2023 for just how physically developed he was as a 16-year-old, right? He was 6'2", 245 pounds as a 16-year-old. All you had in the comment section was a bunch of 30 and 40-year-old women ogling over a 16-year-old. You can look you can go on Facebook and look it up. All you had was a bunch of 16-year-old. There was one woman in the comment section asking for his Cash App, talking about he can do, like, she would do favors for him for money. You know what I'm saying? And it's just like, I think it all stems from just a lack of respect for young black. Like, there's just a lack of respect for the youth, for young black men, as far as they're not seen as, like, young black men aren't seen as, they can't be seen as victims, like, there's no respect for them as children. That's why you'll see people twerk on them. That's why you'll see people subject them to violence. That's why you'll see people bring them around violent situations. They don't see black children as children. You feel me?
Mm-hmm.
Yo, I actually know exactly what you're talking about that kid at Duncanville. And you know what? And when you get around these large football programs like Duncanville, DeSoto, Cedar Hill, we get around these large football programs and basketball programs, and these kids are prospects. they do not look at the women. Do not look at these kids at them as kids. They
Nah.
don't,
Nah.
not one bit. They don't because they look at how well they perform far as a sport, and they say, "Man, that's a grown." They look at them as grown men.
Nah, and Pastor, listen. Not only that, like you said, the comments about it, bro. They can say this. If a man even says, remember, you had two huge situations of women that, not women, excuse me. Well, they're women now, but girls that lied about their age, act like they were grown, they were 17 years old, right? The girl that was dealing with Boston Richie, and remember I did a stream on that because she trolled everybody that with she did a whole video shoot on her 18th birthday. She had a cake that said finding legal, all this shit. So this girl, bro, she was doing club appearances, 17 years old. You look at her, nobody's thinking this is a child. Followers, she had hundreds of thousands of fucking followers on Instagram and Twitter and everything else, right?
That shit crazy.
Moving like a grown ass woman, on the scene like a grown ass woman, flicking it up in party buses and clubs and venues. I think she was getting paid. She was like one of the fucking paid motherfucking parents, motherfuckers, bro. And then somebody exposed her for lying about being 18 when she was 17. And then to put, and then the mother, the mom, like, you know what I mean, because the mom got involved and the mom upheld the bullshit.
If
So
you
I'm
live in
telling
the
you, man, even when these girls, bro, do this shit to purposely deceive motherfuckers. It was another chick, bro. The chick that I just did that like a month ago, right? She allegedly was dealing with a whole bunch of Chicago rapper niggas, and the girl admitted to lying on the shit or whatever. Shit, fuck her. What's the girl name is dealing with Drewski now? Everybody be going crazy over.
Ruby Rose or something.
Yeah, Ruby Rose admitted it. They
Well,
brought up Ruby Rose old tweets where she's saying, yeah, she lied about her age and all this other shit, and it's she didn't give a fuck about this shit.
Yeah.
But again, everybody made her a fucking victim, bro.
If I live in I'm from an urban, you can consider like a hood type community. If you live in these communities, these young girls are bred like they don't have a childhood. Like where I grew up at, when I was 14, the girls acted like when I was 14, the girls from the ages of 14 to like 17, they was already mentally 35. Like these young girls growing up in these urban communities, they're subjected to stuff that basically they like because of no fatherhood and because of no structure in these households. You'll see situations where these young girls, they'll be 14, 15 years old and already out there like that. And when they turn 17 and 18, they're already like doing club promotions and stuff like that. You feel me? Like in these urban communities, and it's all over, but really in these urban communities, right? These young girls are bred to not have a childhood by their mothers. You know what I'm saying? Their mothers, for one, they're using them to attract men. Like their mothers use them as bait to attract men. And then B, their mothers don't care about their well-being. They just figure that as long as I got a place for her to stay, that qualifies me as a good mother.
Yeah, man. But keep 100. What's up with you, brother? Go right ahead.
What up, y'all? It's a little bit more complicated than that. First of all, like, just to respond to what was said earlier about some to the effect of black children don't get to be children. No, black boys don't get to be children. Black women are infantilized. Like black girls are infantilized. But it's kind of like it's kind of like a contradiction. It's like, okay, on one end, they're grown, they mature faster than boys, right? It's like depending on the situation, they're either grown or they're not. Right. So in one instance, they like T.I. situation. Oh, you trying to control her, this and that and third. She's grown, stay out of business, whatever. He already said that when he was doing what he was doing, she was a minor. Right. But that wasn't enough. All these women come out, oh, he's trying to control her body, yada, yada, yada. Of course he's trying to control her body. He's a father. She's a minor. Right. But if R. Kelly was trying to fuck her, she'd be a baby. Right? So it's this convenient, she's mature, she's a baby, she's mature, she's like, even if you look at the situation with what's this dude, Marcus Houston, and he married the girl, and shit like that, is like that's an issue, right? So we infantilize women more so than we make them. What they do they go out and do all that wild shit. Like, that's not something that society's doing to them. They go out, they run after older dudes, then society and themselves, or society convinces them later that they're victims, and then they say, yeah, I was a victim. Even though you chased that. The dudes were over there, you went over there. No, it wasn't dudes hanging out at the playground looking for you. Nah, you went where the dudes was. Every dude remembers when they was like 15, 16, 17, the girls their age was fucking with older dudes. This is not a new thing. Now you talk about club appearances. Before all the club appearances and all that, back in the day, the girls was they was fucking with the hustling dudes. The hustling dudes would pick the girl up from school in his new car, whatever. This is old, bro. Like, this been like this. And, hustle dude, he'll hit the moms off with some money. That's what Ike was doing with Tina, hitting the moms off with some bread. So, just like all them girls that was over there with R. Kelly, they moms was getting paid. Right? So these women, right, they've been doing this. Like, this is not a new thing. There are more female sex traffickers than men sex traffickers. That's a fact you can look up.
That is a fact. We know that, but what they'll say is it's funded by. So, okay, the recruiting, I agree with you. The recruiting and the actual trafficking, I will agree with you, is done by the women, but it is funded by men.
Doesn't matter.
Yeah, well, hold on. And the crazy thing when you say that, right? And the same thing go for child stuff too, right? Because
right.
Again, I remember they actually did a bust where the America went down to, I want to say it was either Mexico or some either Central or South American country, bro, and broke up a whole thing. And like you said, the most ruthless motherfuckers, bro, were the women, because they always use women, be it for adult girls or for children, as the nurturer, as the person that's gonna, you know what I'm saying, all this shit is on and so forth, bro. It's just crazy. But you know what? Keep 100. The crazy part about it, bro. Listen. We all know one name, right? When it comes to this motherfucking female pimping shit, and nothing happened to that bitch. Heidi Fleiss,
right?
Nothing happened to her. She's like she was one of the biggest madams, or just sex traffickers of all time. And this woman got nothing but like movie deals and interviews. I don't. Did she ever even do jail time? Did Heidi Fleiss do jail time?
I don't think so. I mean, I can't say with certainty.
I'll Google it real quick.
But my thing is this, right? This is what this all boils down to, right? And, this is what I say, bro. I say this shit again and again. I hate simp niggas. And the reason why any of this shit can live is because niggas enable the shit. And when I say niggas, I mean men, period. I don't just mean black men. Because if we talk about Heidi Fleiss, we ain't talking about black people no more. So the thing is, the Western culture is a simp ass culture. We looking to protect women, not only from men, but from repercussions and punishment. Like, we're protecting them from anything. The fact that they go out there and they feel like, I can grab a nigga nutsack on camera. Mind you, some years back, they was getting on Trump talking about grab a pussy. He ain't grab a pussy on camera. He just said, yeah, I grab pussy. This motherfucker did the shit on camera, right? But again, the only reason they can do this, or they feel they can do this, is because, this shit is enabled by the culture. You understand what I'm saying? The culture is women are victims, men are never victims. There's always a narrative for a man to have deserved what a woman did to him, right? So even when you were saying earlier, like, when we talk about men can't be victims, understand this, right? And this is in reference to black men. We can be victims of the police. We could be victims of a lot of other shit, right? At least it gets spoken about, right? But to the degree that we get to be victims of women, or even black women especially, or in particular, that's a non-factor. I was on another stream where they were trying to find a reason to blame this kid, well, why was he there? You shouldn't be fucking with it. And then once you start talking like that, and I'm like, yo, bro, like, so you say it to me, and I'm talking about homie I was going back and forth with. You ain't never nowhere with people that you don't rock with. Like, it's impossible to get into an issue, an altercation, or some unexpected shit from some random chick or a chick that you don't know who this chick is, it has to be, oh, you chose to be. Like, it's always a narrative to say a nigga deserves some shit. It's always a narrative. It's never like you say, I'm a victim, especially when it's a female, and in particular a black female.
Yeah, man. That's the whole thing, dog. Like you said, the worst part of it is you you just wrong no matter what. But let me get Mr. KP in here. Mr. KP, what's up with your fam? Go ahead.
What up, fantastic? Thanks for having me on. Uh, we also saw Antoine Fisher in the past. That's that one type of scenario when you're like a kid under the age of 10 years old, babysitter, whoever, it might be the teenage neighbor or the auntie type. She makes that move on you, and you know you don't want to say nothing. You don't want to cause no issues, and she tells you to keep it a secret and stuff like that. Then you have the other version or scenario where you are the LeBron James type 15 or 16-year-old. You look older than your age, which always got me because think about it. For girls to hear that phrase, that's 15 or 16, but they look like they're 21. If a dude's muscular, had a growth spurt, he's 6 foot by the time he's 15, and muscular, like I said, the girls, oh my God, look at him. So hold up, he's still 15. Michael J. White said he was knocking off janks when he was 15. There were grown damn women in their like late 20s. When he was in his teenage years, he said he had grown ass women coming for him, and it was because he was built like a man that was probably in his late 20s to early 30s. But the point being was he was still a 15-year-old boy. But you think the whoever celebrity type female at the time in her 20s or 30s, probably in her 60s now, wink wink, probably gave a damn? Hell no. She's like, look at that young boy, look at that young stuff. Because you know why? Some of them got a little petty in them. They like them boys when they're 15, 16. They know, oh, he's fresh. He's I'm gonna get that young meat. Because they use that phrase, get that young meat. I'm like, what the hell? He's old enough to be your son or young enough to be your son. Yeah, but he ain't. So when you got Miss Darlene over there peeping at you when you're 14, 15, 16 years old, and she a 32-year-old woman, and she uses phrases like, I can make you a man, You never heard no grown man tell no woman like that, there's a girl, I'm gonna make you a woman if she's that age. You never do that because that sounds that's petty as well too. But when a woman always equalizes a sexual experience with a young boy is making him a man, it's accepted. It's not knowing the boy is mentally mature for that. Yeah, he might be 6'1", he might be muscular, he might got a mustache and a goatee, but he's not of age yet. But he look good though. He look good. I can make him and turn him to man. All right, what up?
Well, like you said, man, that's the sad part about it. Again, I told y'all, bro, black men aren't even give the right of humanity, the identification of humanity, being a human, bro. You just seen as soon as you hit that fucking puberty or whatever, you get a little bit of what I'm saying, chin hair, a little bit of mustache or whatever, so on and so forth, bro. In the eyes of society, hey, that's a grown ass man, that's a threat. And then, like you said, you got enough fucking physical prowess for the women. Oh, whoa. Somebody got a lot of background. Let me mute you up. Maybe that's you. I don't know. Yeah, that was you. I'll keep 100. But yeah,
nah, that wasn't me.
You got a lot of sexual prowess or whatever, bro. And now women look at you as, again, bro, a walking fucking dick in a glass. That's the crazy part about it. And once a man keeps up with this persona of him being, sexualized and shit, right? Or whatever, now he's the problem. Even though, like you saying, either prepubescent or right at puberty, he's had the sexual attention of grown ass women and being sexually active with these grown ass women. And then you get mad at him because now, he looks at the world with his dick first. You know what I'm saying? And nobody ever talks about that part of it. But let me get my man Obstacles in here in the building, brother. Appreciate you coming through, man, as always.
Yeah, no problem, man. And of course, it'd be you speaking about the subjects that nobody else speak about. So shout outs to you for that.
Appreciate
But
you.
I would say, I don't know. I was watching a video. It was Charlemagne. You know what I'm talking about, Charlemagne, right?
Yeah.
Charlemagne was sitting on there. You know, he's a big advocate of, Me Too, and things happened and people need to file police reports. Okay, cool. So anyways, he was talking on the Diary of a CEO, and he was talking about him being molested when he was young and him being taken advantage of. And then later on, he was talked about, they said, did you see that guy again or that girl again that violated you, that old lady, right? It was like one of the babysitters. And he said he did. And then he was like, well, did you follow up? Did you do anything? He's like, nah, she said something about like, you look cute. And he made a joke like he was saying, oh, you always thought I looked cute, even when he was younger. You see what I'm saying? And then both of the gentlemen laughed and they just moved on. And so I would say sometimes it's even up to men to take their violation serious, and that doesn't happen. And also at the same time, as the brothers were speaking about, how many teachers are out here violating boys? But when you read the news articles, what is it saying? They had a relationship, They're able to keep the baby. Imagine that. An old lady violates a young boy, gets pregnant by the boy, and is allowed to keep the baby. What? Like you're on the registry, you're 6 feet underneath the jail. And that's not even the cops. Maybe even criminals will put you 6 feet deep. So the criminals, the people who are the bad guys, allegedly, they're even going to put you in check for doing something like that. Yep. But women, nothing. So I would say like women are almost an untouchable class because men allow it, but net, they just move in these small vacuums where nobody holds them accountable. Especially nobody wants to have conversations like this. It's almost, they'll probably call you misogynistic for just trying to hold this conversation.
Yeah.
So yeah, like, right? What? But net, that's why I say even people out here like, yo, let's save these kids and I'm with it. Let's save these kids. I'm with it. I've been in the field unlike most of these guys. I've been in these operations in Bangkok, Thailand, where we were saving these young boys, but nobody really cared about the boys. Nobody really advocated for them. And so net, it's a good conversation to have. And then, we need to speak on it.
For sure, brother. Appreciate you. We got Paris in the building. What's going on with you, Paris?
Hey, I'm not gonna be long. I'm retiring for the evening. Hi, everyone. I just kind of wanted to correct some things, right? Or just kind of give my ideology centered behind some of these some parts of the conversation. Of course, I've been talking about this all day. And I want to say that we do have to acknowledge that there is a adultification of Black children. It's not just Black boys. It's done in a different way. And when you're talking about enabling behavior doesn't mean that the child isn't adultified. Black girls still have a form of responsibility that they have to adhere to and take up, and be on their own persons or be responsible for their own persons. And you can see it in the mother-daughter dynamic of the relationship. When you separate that nurturing side, or you have the dynamic of she wants to be her friend and not her parent, then you got to sit there and think like, how is this dynamic actually effective for the child? Right? It's not. You're not actually having a child. You're having a child that you are adultifying. So I will say Black children are definitely the least, supported, the least protected altogether. It's just done in a different way. The neglect is still there, even if somebody is watching her. As far as when you're saying things like we have people who enable this, I would say it's an American culture. It's not necessarily a Black thing, because you do have some women where they think their son is just their pride and joy. So if anybody ever touched their son, they be ready to be combative. You got some women where they can't do anything but feel like that their son is their man, so they intercept and interpede on every single relationship that he has. So if she does hear about her friend or somebody else touching her son inappropriately, she rushes to aim to defend that trope. So it's not always a thing of where there is a lack of moral regard for men. I just think in a widespread, well, I'm not going to say men, I'll say boys. There's a widespread disconnect in those women who they infantilize their own children or enable them or coddle them versus the ones that actually give a damn. And the ones that actually don't give a damn, the ones that don't give a damn, they're always the most loudest. We always see their shortcomings because it's always able to be counted. They're never around, they're never prevalent. So I look at these things to a mass array because I'll never discount a dad who's not in the household with his daughter, but if he finds out somebody touches her, he'll go up for her. So we still have to consider those things. This shit is a heavy conditioning, and it's not always an absolute as much as we like to make it in extremes, even though I can acknowledge there is not a lot of people who care about males being sexualized or things like that. My tweet went viral for the Michael J. Rainey situation, and I have so many men basically laughing at their experiences, like thinking about it like, this really happened to me. Like, it's crazy how my girlfriend was there when a woman walked up to me and she kissed me on my neck and my girl started tripping on me, and it's like I was violated. And that's wild to think about because you don't recognize what's happening to you in the moment. And a lot of times it is brushed off. A lot of the times it is something where you just having an out of body experience and you're not always as defensive because anytime somebody thinks about sexual assault or somebody taking advantage of them, they automatically respond with what they would do or how combative they are or how defensive they would get. And in reality, until somebody does it to you and it's somebody that's potentially attractive, you don't really know how you're going to respond. And then this is why you have men like Boosie who think, well, I mean, my son, he handsome. He's my son. He comes with a certain bag. Like, we're training the ideology so much to the point where you did have men like R. Kelly where people think, oh, he's attractive, he's a sex symbol, he's fine, he got money. It ain't no way he would just be on some sicko stuff. This is how people are thinking. It's not just a one work concept, it's the way that reality and society has been shifted. And you see it with white men all the time. In white men's their schoolboy prep situation, you see these guys at UCLA and you see these guys at Stansfield and all of these other high prestige colleges. They come from money. They're jocks. It's always been in movies and things like that where it's like, oh, well, he's attractive. There's no way. There's no way he would be able to take advantage of a woman, or it's this way for him. He can have whatever woman he wants, and we got to stop thinking that attraction or money doesn't mean a person can't be a sexual deviant. And we got to stop thinking that because women are a lesser threat to men that they cannot be threatening whatsoever. And that's just kind of where I stand on that.
Can I respond to a part of what you said?
Sure.
Because it was relating to something I said about women's maturity, right? And because I was the one that said black children don't. No, I said black men aren't seen as children, and I excluded black girls from that. But I also said, depending on the context, and I think that's the part you skipped over. It depends on the context. When it's time for accountability, black women ain't seen as grown people. They're definitely, well, black girls are definitely seen as children when it comes time for accountability. Shit, black women are treated like children when it comes to accountability. Grown women, right? So, black girls are not treated like adults in that context. We treat girls and women differently depending on the context of the situation when it comes to repercussions and consequences. That's something that we see every day, and I don't think there's a guy on this panel that would disagree with that.
It doesn't have to be a guy on the panel that disagrees with you. I'm a black woman. I'm walking and I'm living the experience. I will say I will agree with the fact that you said in context, right? Because in context, when you're talking about sexual ramifications, no, there are not any justifications or ramifications when it comes to women, because for one, you have men who believe that they will have a older teacher, and the first thing that they'll say is, when these headlines come up, these women being in these precarious situations with these little boys taking advantage of them, they'll say, I wish my teacher looked like that. It's conditioning, right? So when you're sitting here and you're saying there is no accountability, I'm not saying that it's men's fault. I'm saying it is a reinforced bad mentality.
Well, I didn't exclude men from.
No, I know you
No, no,
didn't.
no, no, no. I just want to. No,
I'm
but I just.
clarifying for me that I'm not saying it is men's fault. I'm not putting words in your mouth.
No, no, no. That's not. That's. I'm not even about to say that. What I'm saying is what you said earlier. You said, well, men will do X, Y, Z, and kind of reinforce, the fact that this young boy, this can happen to him because, I wish I had a teacher, yada yada. I never said that men don't do that. What I'm saying is a lot of this stuff happens because of male enablers. So women, hold on. Let me finish my point now. Women are the agents and men are the enablers of those agents. Women can't enforce or do anything without men letting them do it. That's just period, point blank, right?
That's not true.
Such as?
It's changed in the last 50 years because women used to be accountable.
No, but accountable to who?
But
women,
I'm saying in the last, so previous to the civil rights movement, you can say in the 60s or 70s, for the women had to be accountable, because remember, what happened to so-and-so for the last 9 months? I haven't seen her. Oh, she went to go visit her aunt in Delaware or New York, and she comes back 9 months later. Now she has a new little brother or cousin or something like that. They want to keep a secret from everybody that she got pregnant because either somebody, she was sweet on, got the goodies and got her pregnant when she was 16, whatever. All right. They didn't want her to be looked at as bad. That back then. That changed in the 70s. Became the norm. When it became the norm, that's when accountability kind of went out the window.
Okay. So
it used to be a case where the father it'd be like Color Purple.
See, you said the father.
I banish you. You're not my daughter no more.
That's
shame me.
So hold on. I want to respond to him. I said you kind of proved my point while disagreeing with me at the same time. You just use her.
Just real quick. Hey, can you turn your gain down a lot? Your mic's super loud. Hit your gain real quick.
So yeah. So what I'm saying is, I said that men are the enablers. You just recall the time when they didn't enable, or they you know what I'm saying? You understand what I'm saying? You're saying, well, back in the days, the men held the women accountable. That's what you literally just said.
Yes, but who's the one that said we want to take control of our own destiny?
No, bro.
That women's rights.
So no, hold on. Let me respond to him, bro. Women
Let me know when I get in there. Fantastic.
Women can't enforce anything that men do not let them do. Women can't do that's, bro. You just said, well,
no. But let me put logic to your subjectivity. When the man was no longer in the home and she's raising 3 or 4 kids, by different men in the home, starting in the 70s,
right?
When you start having the Juanita situation occur, and it got prevalent in the 80s, welfare queens and all that stuff. Where were the daddy or daddies? Not in the household.
The state.
So what? So who's running the household then?
You asking me a question you want me to answer?
Yes.
So what I'm telling you is that happens because the state is enabling the women to do that. The state is run by who?
But who's the one just saying?
Bro, answer the question.
They came to them and said, "Look,
answer the question.
In the household,
who is
you
they?
Don't get the same benefits from us.
They are men,
have
bro.
A stable lifestyle, most likely than not.
They are
You
men.
know what? No, we want to
keep
the
men, bro.
We have by y'all giving us what we get.
They are men,
and we'll go and we'll venture on our own.
Who cut?
The man wasn't even in the picture no longer.
Who cut? No, I said men enable. The men who are enabling.
You've not even involved in the picture.
Okay, I'm talking about the state, bro.
Look,
so you want?
I'm talking about
fam. The state is men, though. The state is men, though. At the end of the day, the state is men. Are you kidding me? So let me know. You
we at
asked me to
Congress. What's the percentage of the state on women
you
in the
asked me
Congress?
you asked me the
To get the
question already.
subjectivity out, let's get the
Ain't
objectivity. How many
nothing.
percentage of
Okay,
right
so let's
now
talk
are
about
females
objectivity.
in
Let's
the
talk about
legislative branch?
about objectivity.
Because the narrative you're putting is that a narrative, and ain't the facts of the situation.
Fam is asking questions he don't want answers
Mr.
to.
Mr. Fantastic, can I just wrap my point and
Yeah,
I'll
we're
get
gonna
down?
table this for a minute. We'll come back to it, and
Can
then
I just wrap my point and I'll get down?
Yeah, go ahead.
So I just want to go ahead and address Mr. Keeping 100 with what you're saying, right? I'm not talking about enablement. I'm talking about conditioning. I don't resonate with the enablement pattern because in order for you to enable something, you would have to be in the know of you being defensive for it. And a lot of times people are not they're not acknowledging or in the know that they are being defensive about them actually advocating for sexual misconduct.
Okay,
And
so
this is
go
hold
ahead.
on, can I finish? Because you guys have been going back and forth. I'm not going to be up here long. I do not overtalk men. It just won't be a thing tonight. So what I'm saying is when we have a situation where society has been stretched to say this is our normal, it is normal for men to deal with women of all sectors once they reach the age of they can make money. When a man becomes into his own persons, this is when I can acknowledge this person is doing for himself, whether that's 12, 22, or 42. So until we change the ideology of how men making money is them honor and respect, and it's not based off of their age, it's gonna always be this way. And until we can acknowledge that just because a man can bring in income does not make him a person that we have to respect off of the strength of his finances, then we should just be respecting him because he's a man altogether, then people will not change their ideology.
Who made this up? Who made that argument?
Can I just get in there and I'll let y'all go back and forth?
As far as Mr. KP, telling a woman that she left because she got pregnant, that was accountability. No, it wasn't. It was shame. And it wasn't done because it was holding the girl accountable. It was done because it was to upkeep the good name of the family. When you want to hold a woman accountable for her bad behavior, you make her sit in the decisions she's making, and she has to deal with the ramifications of the decisions she's making, not send her off and make her feel bad about the decisions and protect it.
This is all left field.
Yeah, this is so from the topic.
This is all left field.
Can
No, go ahead, bro. Go ahead, bro. You got it.
Go ahead, Edie, man. It's on you, fam. Go ahead.
Yeah, I want to talk about the topic if that's okay. So first we got to understand that at any age, men are still looked at predators and not victims. That's something as at the society level, we have to find a way to deal with. For example, when I was 14 years old, I was dealing with a 44-year-old. I remember going to my uncle. My uncle's never in his mind. I was like, hey, I smashed such and such. In his mind, he never said, what did this grown woman do to get you into the bed? He automatically said, hey, what did you do to get that grown woman? You must got game, right? So I think what it really comes down to, living this situation, and I always been attracted to older women. That just been my thing. I never looked at myself as a victim. I hope we ain't gonna go down to you as a victim. Now I get the world might see division as something different, but I never looked at it as me as a victim. That's just not my mindset, right? I think, but what it really comes down to, even in that situation, if they looked at it as I must have did something to get her. So I always had to be the pursuer. And believe it or not, this grown woman, she noticed me way before I noticed her. I was doing what 14-year-olds did in the early 2000s. I was walking around the neighborhood cutting grass with my shirt off. I thought that's the thing. Cutting grass, I'm doing all these different things, and she came on to me. And so I think what we really got to start asking the question is, what is the age of accountability for young men? That's the first question. What is the age of accountability for young men? And then wanted, if it's wanted, how do we define if it's still wrong? And I think those are two questions because I don't want to get long-winded.
For sure, man. And like you said, shout out to you for again being yet another testament, right? And testimony, I guess,
Yeah.
of you know what I mean, just this thing, man, as to where it's also common. And like you said, bro, the black boy, shout out to Paris has been up here. But again, the black boy and the black woman or the black girl, man, like I said, it's just totally different things. No, even as a grown ass woman, right? That woman can be seen as a victim, right? Even in her dealings with a younger, because like I said, he wanted it, he this, he that. Like you said, what did you do? It's never an attitude as to where a grown woman dealing with a young underage man, right? Adolescent man, adolescent boy, right? Is going to be just thrown to the wolves and you know ran out of town with pitchforks and torches, right? A man can just listen. A man can be accused, okay, just a simple accusation with no proof, with no nothing other than a and this has happened, bro. This has happened to men where Brian Banks,
The
hell,
list goes on.
yeah, Brian Banks, Judge, the Supreme Court, Clarence Thomas, the who was another big one, here recently, some rapper dude where this woman, the girl claimed that he molested her kid, you know, bro, the thing of where a woman doesn't even have to have evidence, bro, and it's like
The Duke lacrosse thing, that was the perfect narrative of the preppy white boys taking advantage of the disadvantaged hood girl. And
yeah,
find out she was lying.
Lying.
But look what happened with Ray J though. Where that story that Ray J told was nasty work. When he said that he felt that he had an old woman and she made him clean, and that's how he know how to take a bath because he had relations with a old woman when he was young.
Yeah.
Come on, Ray J.
Also, I think what's her name? Jada Pinkett. Yeah, she said that her grandma or her mother, one of those, taught her how to please herself when she was like 7, so it wouldn't stimulate from no man. Oh yeah, man. You go back. She said it on the Red Table Talks. So I think like women have this position where it's just like not questioned. And I want to say this: they did a social experiment and they had a young girl, a dog, a cat, and a young boy. And these are white. Okay. So you don't have to bring the race into it. It was white. They left the dog out, they let the girl out, and they left the cat out. Now, of course, in considerable amount of time, the girl, the cat, and the dog, somebody came and intervened, try to see what was going on. You know, why did somebody leave this cat out? But the young boy, he was just left out the whole day. Nobody approached him. Nobody came to see if the young boy was all right. And this was a young boy. He didn't look like old or anything. He was a young white kid. So when it comes down to it, I kind of dig what Marcus was saying, where it's like men enable the whole thing. It's like, give you an example, Afghanistan. Women were going to school, right? U.S. government was there, which is full of men, right? And they hired Iraqi forces to protect the schools, right? Soon as them Taliban ninjas then came over the hill, those guys who were guarding it was like, hey, look, I'm out of here. I'm not about to be blink. I'm not get hit with the blicky so girls can go to school. I'm out. You dig? Guess what happened? Girls no longer go to school. They didn't raise up no girl battalion, and the girl battalion took back over the Taliban, and now they go back to school. It's none of that. It's always men. So I kind of dig what Marcus was saying. It's all about the men enabling it in the begin with.
I disagree with that because I believe that the men that he's talking about in charge are heavily influenced by women, right? So we can say that.
But that's what makes them the enablers, bro.
No, but listen to what I'm saying, because it's just
what y'all think an enabler is.
Never mind. But he ain't a man. Anytime you get influenced by somebody else, you're not really a man of your own self. Your principles
that's
are not there.
True. All of us get influenced. That's simple. That's the point.
So the Afghanistan thing, them guys are scared because they're weak. They're not. It's not about they got balls and a sack and all that. They're by spirit, they are weak. They're chicken shit. That's why
y'all know the definition of enabler.
Like the tiger and the antelope. They're scared. They know what's the bigger, foe that's gonna tear them apart because they ain't got no balls. It doesn't matter the fact that they're technically called men. It's about their heart and their spirit. Oh, We're not going to fight because we're scared. Okay. Why do you think the United States of America's military is most times formidable? Because a lot of the Navy SEAL types, these guys will die like pit bulls because they have that moral, that ethic and that moral attitude. You can't expect that from somebody you're trying to train for X amount of months in a foreign country to get that same mentality. They just don't have that spirit. It's not within them. It's not within them.
I get it, but I get what you're saying. But if I'm controlling you behind the scenes, I'm really in charge. You're not in charge.
That doesn't have anything to do with enabling. Let me explain to you what enabling is. No, let me explain it to you. Okay? If you are setting the stage for me to do, I don't care who's in control. You're creating the situation for me to be able to. So yeah, I can be in control. A woman can be in control of a man, but he is in fact enabling her to be who she is and for her to do what she wants to do. Okay? Understand this. You say who's the they? They are what the women call the patriarchy, right? You have enablers that enable women to do shit to other men who would not in fact enable them, right? You think enabling means you're in the power position. No, it means, again, you are protecting this woman's ability to do shit to whoever. You're standing in the way. Hold on. I let y'all talk. I listened to every fucking thing y'all said. They ain't had nothing to do with what I said.
Well, I talked for 2 seconds and got cut off. But go ahead.
You are standing, but you ask a question. You are standing between that woman and accountability. Now, earlier, KP said, once upon a time, the father would blah, 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 blah. In other words, he was the man that would hold that woman accountable. But now you have people, or men, I should say, that are more powerful than the father, and they have removed him from the home, and now we are where we are now. The state removed that man that would be holding that daughter accountable. The state did. The state did. Yes, they, bro. Yes, they did. Yes, they did.
Like this, and I'm
okay, yeah,
listen.
Go off. No, go off, bro.
I'm gonna say this one quick thing.
Okay, go ahead, bro.
There was tons of daughters that grew up in the 1960s with fathers that were the old patriarchy. Yes,
Let's
a lot of them
talking about
had
the
the
past.
protection of having a two-parent household of the mom and the father type environment, one-year type environment. The daughter was rebellious, did not want to listen to the father. They had a generation of folks that say, you know what, we're not going to have the same type of environment for the next 30 years. We're going to change this up. We're going to change this up. We're getting into politics, become mayors, congresswomen, whatever else. And we're going to make sure that the next generation of women are going to have more freedom to which they make their own decisions. We're not going to have the men telling us what to do. Even if it protects us, we're going to have more of a say in our own lives for the next 30 to 40 years. And guess what? That's what happened. And guess what happened after that? Anarchy. And accountability that went away from them because no longer could we persecute them and say, hey, look, you're not doing right, so we're going to put you in a corner and banish you as the girl, like in other countries, China, the no good women, because you're over 30, you're not married, and you have X amount of kids by different men, so therefore you're damaged goods. We couldn't do that no longer because you know what they said? No. I'm my own person. You don't control my life by your judgments on me. So I'm going to do what the hell I want to do. Okay. All right. Go be the Jennies of the world and, go have your fun in the discos and everything else. And you saw what happened to her later down the line. Point being is they rather wreck their own lives if it meant they controlled it. That's the mentality. A lot of women in the 50s were alcoholics. You know why? Even though their husband went to work for 8 to 10 hours, they were stuck home being housewives. They didn't like that lifestyle.
Sir, that
you know what they told their daughters?
Do
don't become like me.
That has
and the
nothing
daughters
to
said,
do with
okay,
today,
Mom.
though, bro. Listen, I hate.
That's my point. Thank you. Have a good night.
No, when we keep hearing people talk about what happened in the 50s, today in 2024, let's talk about today. The reason that most men are not in their child's life is because of hookup culture. When
That's not true.
Oh, okay.
Even with
I know
hookup
you
culture,
don't like it. Y'all just let him go off for like 10 minutes. Cool. Let me just land my point, and then I will be quiet to let you rebut it. But hookup culture in 2024 is the reason the father is not in the house, because he wasn't in the house when the child was conceived. He was never in the house. So this idea that it's the state fault, because this is the argument. It is the state fault why the man is not in the house in 2024 is a bad argument. And tell me how that is wrong.
is a bad argument. I'm gonna tell you why you're wrong, Edie, man. Is
Men.
because even if they are not together, that father still has paternal or father rights. The state is putting these men on limited visitation with their kids, which is the fundamental reason why these children do not have their father's leadership. Just because he's not in the house, just because him and the mother is not together, does not mean that that father should not be in that child's life. The state is coming in between him being in that child's life. That's the issue. And the mother is using the state to keep the child to herself. That is the issue. It's not him. Not. It's not the fact that they weren't married or they weren't in this 5-year relationship before they conceived the kid. That's not true, either, man.
Love the barber. It's on you, fam. Go ahead.
What's up, panel? How's everybody doing, man? I'm really hearing everybody point of view, and it's making some great point of views. I would like to say one factor that we're forgetting is Planned Parenthood. Planned Parenthood plays a big part in depopulation. And one of the best ways for depopulation is to have men go against women and women go against men. So you have the Bill Gates group, all these foundations that really don't want the population to replenish. So the best way to do that is to have confused women and confused men, and men being out of pocket, giving the government, especially I'm speaking for Black America, if you give the government a power that we never gave the government the power over us and our actions. Now, when it comes to children and when it comes to women, us as men must take our duty and responsibility to be responsible. If a problem happens with a baby mother situation, what you do as a man, you be a solid rock and you plant yourself to make sure that you can house your kids, that they can have their own room. You pick them up in a car, you drive them to school, you do what you got to do as a father, being a solid foundation, a provider for your children. You take it upon your responsibility to play your role as nobody's business, but you're handling your business. And then when it comes to the women, I think you're going to hear it here first. Women in is not the prize. What a woman is to a man is a gift. When you realize a woman is a gift, you'll have a better relationship with women, because when you get a gift, you understand that you want to enjoy your gift. So if the woman's not enjoyable, you're going to throw that gift away. And like Christmas come every year, you're going to get a new gift. When you have that mindset of a woman, she's to be enjoyed. She's your gift from God. So when it comes down to being prizes, you as a man is the prize, because you're going to work hard. If I'm getting this trophy, if I'm going to get a championship, for me to get the prize, I have to compete in an arena and I have to win in order to get a prize. So now it's so many beautiful women, and women notice. This is why they take the pictures with the filters. This is why they do so many different things. So as a man, when you look as yourself and you really get into the action of being prize worthy, one problem you're not going to have is making babies and women. I have 3 baby mothers. My son is in a room. He's in his own room. My oldest is 31. And my daughter's gonna be 21. I'm in their life hard body because I know how to make myself a
fantastic. I'm
stable
convinced
fixture.
that people just want to hear themselves talk. Let me
No, we're
respond
just
to
talking
Pastor
as for
because
you
he
guys as
said
young men
in
dealing
his
with
child.
women. I'm gonna just give you the point. The point is you're the prize and the women is a gift. Enjoy them, understand them, love them. Now, the next point is the government does not control you and your circumstances with your children. When it comes down to your children, make yourself as a man a solid rock. Have your crib, your car, your clothes, your jewelry, have all the stuff that a man's required in this material world that you're living in. Have it to the best of your ability. And one problem you will never have is no problem getting a woman or making children. Thank you, Mr. Fantastic.
This is the problem I'm talking about right here.
Hold on, you right.
He was all
We
off.
gonna agree on one thing tonight,
This is
Marcus, and that's
this.
it. But hold on,
Because I wanted to respond. I wanted to add on to what Pastor said. I had my mic on mute. Check this out, man. When I said earlier that men were removed from the home, and they definitely were, and you mentioned something about hookup culture, and that's why fathers ain't in the home. Understand this, right? Once upon a time, I wouldn't care if a chick did hook up with a dude. She would be terrified to go home and tell her parents that she was pregnant. That's number one, right? Especially her father. Okay. Now it's cool to go home and tell your mommy you pregnant, and they're gonna throw you a single mama baby shower and all this other crazy shit.
Lies, but
But
okay.
no. Hookup culture gets you pregnant, right? But the culture, if you think Kim Kardashian wasn't hooking up with the whole Hollywood, but she wasn't getting abortions until she married Ye, you're crazy. Hookup culture is one thing. A pregnancy is one thing. A childbirth is another. Okay? So that's why contraception and birth control ain't the same thing.
I get what you're saying, brother.
My point, but no. So no,
Let's
you
have
don't
a
get it because
y'all want to do these long dialogues and not talk back
I ain't
and
make the
forth.
point yet. Fam, I ain't make the
make the
point yet.
point. I'm sorry, but let's keep
I
it short
would
so
if
we
you
can
wasn't
talk.
talking. I would make the point if you wasn't talking. At the end of the day, because I'm responding to a point you made that I didn't interrupt. What I'm saying is at the end of the day, once upon a time, men were in the home to be fathers to their daughters and their children, period. And that was ended because the state enabled black women to do that. Period. They gave women custodial rights to these kids and they pushed the dads out. Everybody on this hold on. Hookup culture or not. Everybody in the chat and on this panel knows a nigga trying to see his kid.
Facts. Cool.
We all know a nigga like this. We all know. No. I no. You respond when I'm done, bro. I did. Yo,
Yeah,
fam.
let him finish.
Fam, we just listened to Love the Barber tell us his life story. You cannot interrupt me, fam.
I wanted to interrupt, but I'm trying to respect
Fam, you're still, no, I haven't. It'll be 5 minutes if you keep talking over me. At the end of the day, that's what this shit is about. It's about simp niggas putting women in position, right, to block all this shit. Men cannot be fathers to their kids. They cannot because the state is in the way. We live in a simp patriarchy. This is a simp culture.
False. You can be a father if you want to be a father. You will be
bro,
a father.
listen.
Father provides. No one can stop you from being a provider.
No one can stop. Hey, bro. Tell that to niggas. Tell that to all these niggas. Tell that to all these men that are fighting to see their kids. They can't see them. They go to jail.
I have a baby mother named Keisha. I'm in
bro,
the
you are not the
You are
standard. You are not the standard. You ain't the so what?
All of that.
So
and
what?
I got them everything they want.
Subjective.
It's a decision you make.
So
and when
what?
you make that decision to be a father,
yo, who
you
is
will
this
have
dude?
the greatest
Yo,
life
who's
you ever had.
Whose man's is this?
Do not have
not
no
fantastic. This is I'm about to drop down, fantastic. But yo, this is exactly the issue. Motherfuckers don't want to address the reality. Oh, you can do what you want. No, you fucking can't. What's the matter with this guy?
Appreciate.
Anyway,
Marcus.
hey, look,
my ancestors fought for
let me
freedom
respond
for
to
me
you
to
before
do what I
hold
want
on,
to
bro,
do, and I'm doing it. If you have
more score in
your mindset
1876
that you cannot do the things in America, you do not understand why the
Hey, one
migrants
mic,
are
bro.
coming over here in droves.
Hold on, Love the
They come
Barber.
here for
Love the
opportunities
Barber.
and
Hold
they
on,
take
fam.
them.
Yo, one mic, man. Like, it's too much shit going on. Let me get Maurice in here. Go ahead, Maurice.
Man, I think all Marcus was really trying to say was that um the system itself had set up precedents in the past till now. Okay, we all understand that it was a slow thing that they did in politics to really just get women into the labor force so they can have more workhorses, so they can tax us more. That's really what it was. And in doing that, which is a fact, you can't go around that. In doing that, they also destroyed the family, black family, Spanish family, whatever. Whoever fell into the labor force of low middle class or low poverty class was gonna go into that affiliation. Now, you cannot deny the fact whether you have a baby mom and her name Keisha and y'all are great. You cannot deny the fact that the system and women understand the laws that they have precedents because they will use and weaponize the system against man. That is today. That is in
Thank you.
2024. That is not oh well back no that's what these congressmen and men in politics have done for the last 100 years since 1920 to 2020 to 24. They have used the laws that have been in place, slowly moving out laws and putting in certain laws, whether it be in the family court or the Supreme Court. They have used those laws to weaponize against the man. Now, in my
In
opinion,
20, well, let me
in
ask
my
you a
opinion,
question, Marcus. Do you believe family court in 2024 is the same as it was in the 80s?
Yes, it's
no,
worse. It's
it's,
worse.
no,
It's
That is
worse.
crazy. That is a. Have y'all sat in family court?
If you
Yes.
sat in family
Yes,
court
nigga.
or went to family
Yes.
court,
I
brother,
never want to.
fantastic. I
No,
would just like to say, after you get
And it's
beat and you
worse
get
now
hit
than it
and
was in
punched,
the
do you
80s for
stay
men.
down? You don't
Well,
stay
so
down
Eddie, man, I'm gonna tell
after
you
the
why.
courts do what they
I'll be
do to
real
you.
quick. I'll be
Let-
real quick. I'm
oh,
gonna tell you
I
why.
just want to say that to you, brother.
I'll
I'm,
be
I'm a
real
person who
quick.
got
Hey,
beat down in the courts.
I'm not
God
trying to
didn't
steam
let
over
that
this dude,
defeat
yo.
me. My
okay, love the
purpose was to
barber.
take care of my
Let him.
children.
Love the barber. Let Pastor go, and then I'll go. Go ahead.
I'm gonna tell you why it's worse, real quick. When the defense lawyers weren't making a lot of money in being defense lawyers, because everyone was going with pretty much public defenders, all your defense lawyers went into family law, which is what really made family law get worse, because they started treating they started treating most cases like a criminal case. I'll further explain this to you why. You used to get a divorce and then get your custody then your custody was handled after that. Now they're trying to couple a restraining order with most divorces. Most divorces now come with a restraining order or order of protection. That was not the case 20 years ago. 20 years ago,
That's
a
not
divorce
true,
did not come
bro.
with an order of protection.
This is what people just be talking. Most divorces does not come with a restraining order. You just made that up.
Most divorces now do come with a protective order. Yes, they do.
Fantastic. You telling me most
Yeah,
people that
hold
get
on.
divorced comes with a protection order?
Yeah, I don't. I can't.
what
Hold up. Let me say this. I don't know about that, so I can't say that that's fact or not, Pastor. That's a like 51% of divorces, bro. At least 51% come with a protective order. That's I don't know, bro. That's you. I have to see some stats on that, so I'm not gonna say that, but I will say this as far as the family court aspect of just men and women, right? So, Peter, man, the reason why it's worse is because again, all the family law stuff that it originated then, and all of the family law stuff was written in mind with husband and wife, right? So people being married, so custody and child support and all those things were a whole lot fairer then. Not to mention the amount of money that was being made and all these different things, right? And this was like pre the boom of no fault divorce, right? So yes, the courts were a lot more fairer back then, because again they didn't get up to these absorbent amounts of money when it came to child support and the custody agreements. Hold on, you got to mute up, Lord of Barbie. Yes, shit is what's the name, bro? All right, so and then the custody agreements were more fair and they were more balanced, because usually it was two people that were married that were going to family court. Now, what made it worse is, again, you had more of these non-married children children had out of wedlock, and in most situations, then you had the split of child support and then custody. So it's a double finesse because they're two things that are completely, totally dependent upon each other, but they're adjudicated in two separate situations. I'm sorry, two separate areas of family law. You have family law that's going to be the custody and amount of time you give with your children, but then you have child support, which is dependent upon the amount of times you have with your children. And then we know it's 90% of those are where the mother gets custody, right?
It's a double whammy.
So yeah, so what makes it worse? And then, like he said, shout out to Passer for pointing this out. So another big finesse is what came up. They came up with these, these male centric fathers' rights fucking bullshit ass law firms that have these exorbitant fucking retainers and representation fees, to where they're in cahoots with the fucking state to still not get you shit and just drain you dry out of this money. That's why I say you brothers gotta, do your own legwork and represent yourself if you ever need situations. So it's just too much money for the man to have to come out with just to fight to get minimal time with his kids, bro. So
All
that's
right,
why
so
it's a whole lot worse than what it
And then
was.
wait,
all right, hold on, let me respond to that. So the reason I think
wait.
is the reason I think is better is because more men today are getting more time in custody with their kids than ever before, and that's a proven fact. Now, I am talking about. I have sat in the state of Washington. In
Okay.
Washington State is a default 50% unless you can prove otherwise. So if you go to court, there most of these judges are more modern in Washington, and you're gonna get 50% custody unless she can prove, uh, quote unquote, for some reason why you should not have 50%. Now
Well, either
I
man.
understand. I understand the South is behind, but I'm telling you, it's a total different than what it used to be. Now you are right. It's called family court. I'm gonna land it here. It is called family court. If you are a baby daddy, you're looked at as an individual, and the woman and child is looked at as the family, versus if you was the husband. So you're right. If you decide to make a baby outside of wedlock, you are going to be looked at different because you looked at us as a separate entity.
Okay, so first off, you answered your own question. I
Thank you.
thank you,
Right.
because that's why very
Yeah,
few.
bro.
I promise you, not even 10% of the states, bro, are 50-50 guaranteed for
Nope.
custody.
Nope.
I promise you, not even 10%. So that's the reason why you have and rightfully so. You know what I'm saying? Because you're in a state that's pretty much, I guess, like a pioneer for that. Now, it's not just the South that's behind; it's the East Coast, specifically Virginia. Shout out to all my sailors; they'll tell you firsthand. Okay, that is Virginia loves nothing more than fucking a sailor that's fucking gets a child support there. Okay, gets a child support case started there. To the other points of it, this is what happens when you guys make this argument. Either man, it isn't just the man. The man can't make a baby without the woman. So you had two parties that chose to have a child out of wedlock. You had two parties that decided to make a child
Can't make a baby
outside
without
of
the
a
woman.
oh
So
shit. Whoa, I gotta meet you up. Y'all turn off the what's the name, books. Turn off the YouTube in the back. So again, this is where we mess up as men when we start just putting the onus on the man, right? And telling the man and he fucked up for the shit that, again, the woman had the decision to not even happen in the first place. Man can get a
Yeah,
woman pregnant, bro, and she can get that baby up out of there like Mike Tyson Punch Out tomorrow.
I,
As soon
no,
as she find out about it.
I
Yeah,
agree
with
with.
the
Hold on.
quickness, the toy soldiers will come. Wait, hold on. Let me add something because I've just been sitting in the back kicking it. I think that all of it is, a lot of people made valid points, but I think it's like multivariable. There's a lot of things moving here. And I know we kind of say always the lawyers, the state, the law. Yeah, they're a part of it too. But remember, the state don't come to your wife or your baby moms. Your baby mama go to the state. So net,
Thank you.
they don't come in your business and start shit. It's basically you got shit going on in your family, and they're dealing with it on the back end. Now, if they setting you up and it's not fair, okay, that's another conversation, and I think that's right about it. But I want to kind of step away because we mostly we're talking about America, and we're assuming this thing where it's like, hey man, if we get married and we have a household, everything will be good, legacy will continue, reproduction will it's not like that, like I lived in Japan. It's the same thing. Families are, nobody has babies out of wedlocks in Japan. It's fantastic. It's not cool at all. The percentage is low. It's single digits. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like it's super low. But guess what happens then? Women have decided they're just not going to have kids and get married. That's just the choice they decide, especially their nation's a little bit developed. So women are just like, and I'm telling you, it's bad. The government out here paying money for people to have babies, IVF. They paying everything to try to convince women to say, hey, please start mating with men. Start talking with men. The government has programs where they're teaching people how to talk to the other gender because it's that bad. So when nations also become developed, people start just offering different things. You know why too? Because the women are usually saying, and so does the men sometimes, they air the same concerns. They say, man, when we have family, the kids are called princelings. That means the parents are supposed to stop having sex. They're supposed to focus on the kids. They're supposed to do everything for the family. People are saying, damn that. I'd rather have my Netflix and chill, have my good ice cream and food delivered to my door, and damn that. I have my girlfriends, and then I'll just have Instagram, and so be it. So I would say the answer is not always just saying, hey, man, let's have nucleus families. People could just say, I'm going to opt out not to have kids. That's what happens when people tend to make more money too, right? When they get more education and more money, they have less kids. And so net, I think it's just a complex thing. I'm not saying anybody's wrong about their perspective. What I am saying, it's a lot of different moving pieces. And we still have to bring women back into the equation beyond the government. You know, once again, your baby moms is bringing the government inside your household. And so therefore, you're going to have to deal with it on the back end.
Well, they bringing in
what is the goal? What is the goal though? You gotta have a goal. Like, I get it. I understand that, as black men, yes, we're starting to see the effects of the government turn against us and stuff like that. It took a while, but I think we have to collectively have a collective group and talk like, all right, like kind of like what we are doing now. Like, all right, I might not necessarily agree with, Love the Barber. All right. And he might not necessarily agree with me. That's fine. Okay. As a collective group of men, what is our goal? Like, I think we should be like, yo, what are we gonna do? Because we know the government not gonna do anything for us.
And the first thing, can I say something?
It's not gonna work, bro.
The best thing is just like you said. That's the dopest thing, for us to come together and to realize that we need a plan. So once we understand what we need, this is how we get it. Now, like you said, you might not agree with me, even though I'm right, but it just need to be said a certain different kind of way. That as a man, there is a mandate called Planned Parenthood that have an objective. So now they have an objective. So we're gonna play chess, not checkers. We understand what game is being played. Now, our objective is to do what? Do we want children? Do we want a family? Do we want that? Because if you want that, a woman is going to give you that. We know that a woman is a gift to a man. But first of all, we need men to really start manning up and be a man. Be that dude.
That's why the collective
simple
shit ain't gonna work,
when
bro.
I say be a man, that you have something to offer. I'm able to use you. You have a usability index. You're a plumber. You're this. You're that. You're somebody of good standing and good rapport.
Let me ask you something.
Doing good, bro. And this is how you build a community.
But,
you don't build a community with a whole bunch of bums who want to play Xbox and think
men
they
are doing
tough
good, bro.
because they face look tough. That's not a community.
This is why this shit won't work. Fantastic.
That's like a chain on a bicycle, and we got to be careful of our weak links.
Hold on, I get you, love. It's not a whole bunch of bums just walking around as men. Men, we're doing good. We done proved ourselves over the last 20 years. Let's get it right.
Compliment ourselves for that. Let's not really have a panda party, and let's really get to the point of the objective of what do you want? Because my question is, what do you really want? Do you want women? The problem
with your argument. Listen, the problem with your argument, I got what I want. You're telling me, did you get what you want? The situation that you have?
Yes, my children. And this is what I'm telling you about the court system. I have children. If I tell you my oldest son is 31, and if I have my child in a room with me and then my daughter's in these children, because I played checkers. When them girls took me to court, guess what I said to them and the judge and everybody? I said, fuck them kids. They ain't mine. If I'm here in court with this bitch, that ain't my fucking kid. And guess what they did? Drop the kids on me. Here, these are your kids. I'm just doing that
crazy.
to get mad at you. I'm gonna play checkers. I'm gonna play chess with you too.
But
How dare you bring me to
hey,
court?
love,
If you gonna bring me to
listen, that's
court,
the
those ain't
problem.
my kids. That's
That
some
gets
other
you
nigga
child
kids.
support. That don't get you custody,
It
nigga.
don't work with child support, but guess what? I could be on child support, and guess what I got? My kids. They are your kids.
No, there's a lot of
They
men
your
that got
kids.
support and no kids, bro.
Hold on, hold on.
You
One
got
second.
support and no
you be with
custody.
these girls. You better be with them.
I got you. No, the problem, love, you're the problem. I'm just gonna go and tell you why you the problem. Because you
Yeah.
said what you wanted
I
was
agree.
to be. Listen, you said what you want to be is a 3-time baby daddy in and out of court and paying child support.
Well, you
I
got to
didn't
remember,
want
I'm
that.
growing up in a different era than you. You know what I'm saying?
Oh,
And
now
my
you
life
different
circumstances
era.
is kind of different.
Bro,
We all
I'm
got
sure,
family
I'm
curses
sure that
on
you're
us.
not that
All
much
of that.
older
You know
than
what I'm
me,
saying?
fam. And I'm gonna check this out, bro. I'm gonna tell you this, man. Let's all come together, collective shit would never
It ain't
work
gonna work.
because
If
some of
you have a
y'all,
plan
no,
and you want to get something.
fam,
If we wanted to get a
you just
condo,
gave
look,
us the
check this out.
speech.
If
You
if
just
if
gave
10
us
of
the
us
speech,
wanted to
bro.
come
See what I'm
together and
saying?
get condos in
Hey,
Colombia,
yo,
we
mute this
can.
guy's mic, man.
Now we know what we want.
Hey, bro. Check this out. Let me tell you why this shit won't work, man. Because some of these niggas, because some of y'all just worship bitches, bro. Like, I'm gonna tell you straight up, y'all just worship women. Yo, she the prize, son. You know what I'm
Who
saying?
said she?
Yo,
See, now you ain't listening.
you
You
didn't
want to
say
listen
that?
to what you
You
want to
didn't
say.
say that?
I said she's a gift. She ain't no
Okay,
prize,
gift,
nigga. She
prize,
here to be
gift
enjoyed,
wrapping,
nigga. I'm the
present.
prize. That's what I
It
told her.
don't
But
matter. Like,
you
yo,
want to selectively listen and just want to bash
here,
me because
here,
I'm from New
here,
York.
here,
My parents came from New York.
hey,
We from the
hey,
South
hey,
too.
hey, hey,
Like,
bro,
damn, I'm a cousin. So why you want to
fam,
bash me because of my accent? That's
fam.
where it
I'm
starts at.
from
It starts
Flatbush,
with
Brooklyn,
the
fam. You're not saying nothing to me, bro. I'm from
okay. I'm not
Flatbush.
trying.
So
See,
nobody, so hold on.
this
So
is where the
nobody,
this. See,
son,
that's how it
hey,
starts.
what's up, God? Hey, God.
Because
Nobody trying to come
power
at you,
is in the
God.
tongue. The power that we have
Son,
is in our tongue. So
son,
if we
check this
kill,
out. Nobody,
it,
nobody trying to
just
come
like
at you,
you just
son.
killed it, it's
Nah,
dead.
yeah, I mean,
You
It's in
killed
our
it.
tongue.
You
Pause.
niggas said we need to come together, and the only person said we can't do it is you.
oh,
So
that's
you should
right.
be excommunicated because we know
You're
you
not the
the
only
type
one
of
that
dude
said.
who gonna work for the
Cause you over here,
CIA. We
hey,
know
bro,
you the dude who gonna be the dude
fam,
who gonna stop the Black Panther movement.
who
We
is
know the
this guy?
Judases is in
Hold on.
part of our culture.
Bet.
So it's not
All right,
nothing that
love
this
the
is why
barber.
you know your past
Yo,
because
one day
that's
The
we
how it
go,
barber,
starts.
brother.
If
We
you want
got
to
you.
be
I got it.
metaphysical,
we
power's
go
in
Yeah, I
the
got you.
tongue, and you showed your
Hold on.
card.
So hold on, for sure. Let me try Bugs. Let me say something, brother, to see what's going on.
Hey, I'm gonna jump off. I'm gonna kick it
All right,
with y'all later, man. But
all right,
yeah,
for sure.
man,
Appreciate it,
homie,
bro.
wow. Peace out. Peace out.
Bugs, try to say something, brother, to see if it's good now. Take it off mute, Bugs. Come on, mute. Say something. You on mute still?
How about now? You can hear me?
No, it's still there. Hold on. 1 second.
You know, I'll be trying to figure out how to do this shit yet.
All right, now. Yeah. Echo cancellation. I just had to turn your echo cancellation on. You good? Go ahead.
All right. Yeah, now I wanted Marcus to stay up. What's homie name? The barber?
Yeah,
Right,
love
listen,
the barber.
I'm from Brooklyn too, man. I'm from East New York, Brooklyn. So I don't all this. You 30, your child is 31, and you bragging about
Yo,
him.
son, I used to cut hair in Black
Hold
Success.
on.
Rest in peace of
He
Tone, you heard?
in the room now. He's 31. I mean, come on, B. Like, of course he's 31. It's over. The game is over at 21, 24. So in New York. So you
But I
bragging
raised my
about,
kids. They was
I
with me.
get it, right? I get it. If you was there,
What's more honorable than
Love the
taking
barber.
care
You
of your
gotta let him
children?
go though, fam. He just not talking. Let him talk and then rebut after the fact. Go ahead, Bugs.
I get what you're saying, Love the barber. Your kid is there now at 31 years old.
No,
right?
my 17-year-old.
Okay, boom. All right, at the end of the day, if you said you've been dragged out and knocked around through that court system in New York, you know how New York is. New York do not want to see children with their fathers. You already know that. Like the baby
No,
mom
but I
gotta
told
be,
my baby moms,
baby
fuck them
mom
little
gotta be.
niggas, man. They
Ain't
don't
no you
fuck with me.
telling her
I don't
nothing.
fuck with you.
If she put that system on you, fam, they'll lock you up for even texting her something crazy in New York. You know that. So I mean, you sitting here
Son, what are you
telling
trying to tell
me
me,
that you
son?
beat. You
If
sitting
I
here
have
telling
my
me that
baby
you beat
mother
the
and I tell
system.
them I'm playing psychological games like they playing to me, and I
You
tell them fuck
sound
you
like
and fuck them
the
kids,
dude whose
that's all
baby
I gotta
mom still
say.
wanted to be with you. But if you got one of them baby mothers that hate you because you done moved on and got you another girl, this, that, and the third, she will
They
use
gonna throw
the
the
system
kids
in
on
New
you
York,
like they did
in New
me.
York
They
City.
threw my kids on me. Because
But you said
I'm
you
doing
didn't
me.
want
I
the
got my own
kids.
apartment. I got my own crib. I'm driving Benz. I own my own business.
That means nothing in the court system in New York, man.
No,
That
that
means
means
nothing.
something to the baby mother. That means
Yeah,
he
because
can
the
take
baby
care of
you
his
got
children.
one of those baby mothers
And
that
that
probably
means that,
still
yes,
wanted
I
you.
got those kind of baby
You
mothers,
probably
son.
got
Come
one of them
on.
baby
You
mothers that
from
still
Brooklyn?
wanted you. But if you got a
If
baby
you from
mother,
Brooklyn,
if
yes,
you
I
was
got
going with
them
your
kind of
life
baby
and your
mothers,
life
son.
is good without her,
My life
and
is
you put
beautiful.
that system on you, ain't nothing you can do with that system.
To me, it
But you
sounds
gotta
like a bad.
understand,
Hold on,
what you're not
love.
listening to, son. What you're not peeping. I'm
You
telling
ain't
you
letting
my
nobody
children
talk, man. You're
ages.
not
You
listening. You're
gotta
not letting
understand.
nobody
I
talk.
went through the fight. I went through the everything. And look at the ages. I made it through. My kids is older.
No,
Listen, I
but
made it
listen,
through. I
That's
made
what
it
it
I'm
was
through.
a
telling you.
horrible
You can
love.
make it. Look
It
at me.
was
I made it.
I
it
made
was
it
a
through too.
horrible
I made it
deal.
through
You said
too.
you
But
paid
It's
child support.
horrible, but you got what, you're not gonna face the music.
No.
I
See, that's
told
what I'm
you
saying.
if
We
you
don't
can
want
you ain't
push,
that
letting
take
nobody.
deal.
the blow.
Yo,
That's
love,
all I told you.
you gotta let niggas talk, B. You
Yeah,
gotta let niggas
I
talk.
think the problem is
I
you said
think we
I paid child.
misconstruing what I'm saying.
No, we not. We heard exactly what you said. You
If
said
somebody
I
push you,
paid
you just
child
You
gonna
basically
support.
say
talking that
ouch.
alpha your way
Hold
through it
on.
kind of thing. You basically talking your alpha way through it kind of thing, and I get that. But at the end of the day, if you the type of man, like you said, you got your life together. If you did that with on account of another woman in your life, and that baby mother put that system on you, and all she want to see you is live in a cardboard box in New York, it's hard to fight that system, my man. You're
Well,
gonna have to
son, you gotta understand
get
is
that grind
yes,
up.
it's hard, but what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna give up when the going get tough.
I
The
ain't saying
tough
give up,
get
but you got to
going.
get your grind up. You just can't.
That's what you
If your
do,
baby
son. You
mom,
know I
if your
sell
baby
T-shirts,
mom gave
CDs,
them kids up
DVDs,
to
all
you,
use. Do you know I was the 28th and King? Do you know I'm a barber? I sell you grease. I'm
I'm a
a
barber
hustler,
too, fam.
nigga. I
I'm a
sold
barber too,
everything.
fam.
Do you
I'm a
remember
barber
if a
too.
nigga got a ketchup stain on his T-shirt, he bought 3 for 10? That's
We
me.
coming
Love,
together.
love. I'm love. You need to ask about me. I got the barbershop in Bed-Stuy. I'm the dude who put man weaves and all that.
I'm
I'm
Bulls.
the
I
dude
got the
who get
barbershop
money.
in East New
I'm
York. I
love
got
the
the
nigga
barbershop in
who
East New
cut
York,
Fabio. You
Atlantic
know
Oh
Avenue.
Fabio.
man.
I
Selling me
got. Hold
nothing.
You
on.
know
You
Let's
all the
not
selling
go
me
to
rappers
the
nothing.
big
that's out
measuring
here.
contest.
True
You
Listen. Hold
Millie.
on.
selling
Hold
me
on.
I'm
Wait.
the
nothing.
Wait.
I'm the
Wait.
artist
Man,
that
it's
cut
been
all
on
the
there. What
rappers.
you
You know
talking about?
designer.
It's already there.
No, but
No,
hold
I'm
on.
just
No, no.
asking you a question.
Listen.
You said you got to grind. You got to do
But
that. I'm
but
telling you,
listen.
I did that. Do you
No,
know
no,
you
no.
from Brooklyn? You heard of
Love, listen,
Fabio?
love. I know
Have you heard
you
of
wanna
True
yell,
I
love.
Millie?
mean, we
Have
ain't
you
gonna throw
heard of
I
names at
hold
each
on,
other.
designer?
love.
We'll do
Have
that
you heard
another
of
time,
all
I
of
love. We
just
ain't
these
gonna
want you
throw
to
people?
names
listen.
on
Hold on 1 second, bro. I
whatever.
just
You
really,
can
I,
make it. You
We
can
hold
ain't gonna
do
do
on.
it.
that
You
over here,
can
right?
win.
Not right now.
No,
Fantastic
no.
thing. All I'm
I
saying,
think.
we're gonna talk about the
Yeah.
system in New York.
Hold on.
You went to either that Brooklyn court system or that Queens court system,
And got beat up.
and got beat up like me. So at the end of the day, I stayed in the fight, but I had to
Me too.
manipulate all kind of paperwork and do all this kind of stuff. And basically, for one of my kids' mother, she was a piece of shit. So she finally just she ran off and then just didn't come back to court. And it still took them like 2 years for them to give me custody.
I know, but
Like
I
2
get y'all
years.
gotta
You
want
got
y'all
custody.
gotta want to
You,
reminisce about the court system.
you.
But hold on 1 second. I know y'all want to do that, but the point that I'm telling you is, I asked you, did you have your ideal situation? Love, you said yes. That's my problem. That's
Huh?
not no.
So
What you mean an ideal situation? What else can you want in America? I just used my passport, fellas. I just came back in the country. What else can you do? What
that
else
was
do
you.
you
That
want?
was you down there in Colombia.
You know it was.
No, see, okay.
uh,
I'm not
hey,
talking
hey,
about now. Hold
hey,
on.
but
Maybe I
When you
didn't.
got your
it's
Maybe
life
I
all good.
together,
wasn't
you
clear
got your
because
life together, brother.
I just got back from
Yeah,
Cancun
yeah.
yesterday, so I
You
get
yeah,
that.
bro.
Shout
understand?
out
I,
to
You
Like,
can't
Cancun.
and
you
we talk
can't
about
let
that
somebody
court system.
defeat you and then
We talking about
yo,
that
that's why
court
I said when
system.
it
Like
comes
my
to
kids are
women,
grown now. My kids are
that's
grown.
man, please,
you're
So
not
man.
when
listening.
my kids was little, when my kids was small,
I was
listen,
on punishment, bro, when my kids was
some
little,
baby
bro.
Uh,
mom tried to. I got
That's
2
not
of
the
them. Tried
ideal
to put me through it,
situation.
and
That's
that
the
system
point that
backed
I'm
them up.
telling you.
No,
Like,
it's
I
not
can't
the
blame.
yeah,
ideal
but it
I
is what
can't
it
situation,
blame
but
nobody
You got to
talk.
fight
It's
somebody
not
you
is
are.
what it
Fam,
is. That's
like,
the
yo,
problem.
love,
That's the
love,
problem.
love,
Is we
love.
always say it is what it is,
No,
and we
what he's
accept what the
doing, what
world
he's
give
saying,
us.
you're getting emotional. You've been getting it for a
Oh,
while.
now I'm
You
What he's
emotional
trying to
because I'm
say,
talking a little
what
loud.
he's trying to, yeah, yeah.
That's
What
what
he
we
was
gotta
just
do.
trying
Now
to
we gotta
say
attack me because I
is
feel
that,
this way.
The intellect, like, yo, come
no.
on, man. You know what
Listen,
I'm saying?
guys.
Like,
Y'all think y'all
knowledge,
more
knowledge.
intellect than
Just
me?
knowledge, knowledge.
Hold on.
Nobody
Let
even said
obstacles
that.
get in there. Yeah,
Y'all been going back and forth. Just relax, okay? First of all, let me go back because that's not even that serious. That's Barber's life. Shout outs to him. All right, going back to the boys. That's what the topic's about. So net, at the end of the day, I think that something's got to be done, right? And I say if you're young, when I was young, I was in the Marine Corps, I served at the embassy. We just did task force. We always try to stop human trafficking. I think there's a lot of situations going on with younger boys. We need to protect boys, period. They're out here, as you said, fantastic, going through all types of situations, but people just let it fly. So you got to start getting in the game, getting active, and stopping this from happening. Shout outs to Barbara. Shout outs to everybody, man. And stay frosty. That's all I got to say at the end of the day. Stay freaking frosty.
Yeah, and it's right on time, man. Because I will
Get your
be in
passport. No, I'm just kidding.
No,
I'll
don't
be in
kid.
New
Go
York
get that for real.
for all you New York niggas. I'm gonna be in New York for the next 4 days. So holla at me.
Where you gonna be at,
Fantastic. When
son?
you coming up, fantastic? Because I'm going to
son, slide
Alabama.
in
I'm
my
leaving Alabama Wednesday. When you coming up?
Wait,
I'll be there
Yo,
tomorrow.
son, you
Fantastic. You
come
going
in
to
New
family
York,
court?
slide
You going to
into
family
my
court in
shit,
New York?
boy.
Hell no, get him out of here.
Yeah, don't come to New York, fantastic, with that family court, man. I'm telling you.
Hell no, nigga, leave
Hey,
it,
so
nigga. Hey, listen,
fantastic. I got a question. Do you think these young boys are more, before you leave, are more protected with the father in the home or the father outside the home?
obviously with the father in the home.
Obviously, with the father in the home.
So, do you think that fathers give their children a disservice when they not in the home with their children?
Of
Yeah,
course.
again, either man. No, listen, man. It's not about the father giving the children a disservice. Again, you're trying to hold only one side accountable. When again, the mother could have, like, shout out to Love the Barber, right? And plenty of women have done it. We even know it's a very, very, most people would consider unfit motherfucker, right? You got the damn feedback. A unfit motherfucker where the mother just said fuck it and gave the kids away, right? If it's all of that, right, and a woman wants her freedom, she wants all her, autonomy and be able to do whatever the fuck she wants, she could always just give the kids to the give the kids to the man. In most cases, men don't want child support. They don't need it. Men are better suited financially. The better outcome for the children are the fathers. So why is it the mother that's giving the children a disservice by keeping them if she's in a worse situation than the father is? You know what I'm saying? Just because the court says something is a situation, and we know it's financial situations in there for that, right? Financial plays a big part as to why these women are always giving custody versus the men. It's very, very hard for a man that's unfit financially and just stable as an adult to get custody of his children. When women get that shit, that's the standard a lot of the times. Women can go to jail, either man. I don't know if you're aware of this, go to prison, bro, and lose their kids. And as soon as they come back, they still have custody of their kids. Man can't do that. A man could literally, be late too many times or late one time, actually, in returning the kids, and his time share in the custody will be immediately reduced, like immediately. All it takes is one time. So again, I know what you're saying, and because of what I'm saying, your experience in the area that you're in, it may be totally different from a legal standpoint in the culture, but I'm telling you, the rest of the men in the country, bro, is not on that type of time yet. We're moving towards it. Like they just created laws down here in Florida, you know what I'm saying, to get fathers more rights and things like that to make it more balanced. But again, man, it's still a long, long way to go.
Yeah, I think they're moving towards it.
Oh yeah. So what we know is California and Washington always lead the way, and then it usually drip to the other side of the course, in my opinion. But yeah, I get what you're saying. There's no disagreement there.
And always remember, New York City child support is until 21, not 18.
That's
It's
crazy.
real out here.
Damn.
It's real
Yeah.
out
Really?
here. So you got to be
I thought it
super
was like
real
if
to
they
be
went to college or
a
something.
Brooklyn
Sometimes
dad.
till
If you a
24
New
too.
York dad, you
Sometimes
got to
till
be real.
24.
You ain't no simping going on over here when you a real dad in New York City. It's not 18 like a lot of y'all where
Y'all
y'all
need to
from.
leave. Why won't y'all leave New
Yeah,
York? When I hear
that's
people
crazy.
talk about New York, it's
Ain't
nothing
nothing
that
good.
it literally nothing appealing about New York. Everything's bad there.
Yeah, they love New York. They're gonna
It is.
die there.
It is. But when
Well, it's just one
we
thing
know.
you pay for convenience and you pay for luxury. Always remember that, guys. I drive a Benz. Peace.
I
In New
can
York.
drive a Benz anywhere in the country. What are you talking about?
Everybody
Bugs,
got
don't
a
let
Benz.
Bugs, don't let you get your
Everybody got a
close
Benz,
down.
B. But yo, fantastic, man. Thanks for having me, man. I really couldn't, love, man. I mean, you do the barbershop talk like me, but you just be talking over brothers. This a podcast, B. We can't do that.
So
But
love, hold on, no love. I just one question. I know you gotta go. What luxury do you get in New York that you don't get anywhere else?
Well,
Come on.
just like walking to the corner store, or
You
just
think
like
we don't got corner stores?
no, you don't. Let's be for real, guys. It's not.
Fantastic. Yo,
You
I'm
don't
basically
have a
in the
level
gym,
of
bro. If you in
convenience
Queens or Brooklyn, let me
just
know where you at.
to
I'll holler at you
travel.
before I leave for
Hey,
the
I'm gonna
morning.
be in Queens, Bugs. I'll hit you tomorrow.
All right, cool.
I
Just
bet.
to travel about, and just to walk. The city have so much to offer. It's just unbelievable. You could bump
Yeah.
into too much money on the streets. Like is real out here. But as you get older, you settle and you go to the south. It's not, it's fast paced. Is everything is a hustler's dream. Like
For
some days
sure,
you could
man.
wake up, make 15,000, another day you make 1,000. It's just, if you really into what you do and you doing what you do, is real. You know what I'm saying? A lot of
Yeah,
people
man.
don't understand the philosophy. A lot of people really don't really get how to move and shake, but some people move and shake and things is great. You know what I'm saying? That's why you got, you know, the richest rapper is from here, and he shouted out because the simple
Who
fact,
that?
and one
Hey, love.
Jay
Hey,
Z,
love.
right?
Hey,
Jay
love.
Z.
What?
No, just
Hey,
think
did your
about
baby mama?
one city
Did your
block
baby
is
mama
like
put you
your
on child
town.
support, bro?
If I was in
Yep.
Atlanta, right? If we
Hold
was on a block that had a projects, and just think about this, one side of the project got 25 floors and two families on each side, and then it's
Yeah.
different sections. That's like
But
somebody's community. And
yeah, I got
so
you.
now, if
But
you
hey,
had the
hey, love
opportunity
the
to
barber, bro.
sell
I
things
gotta,
to
I gotta,
people
I
like
gotta
this,
shut it. I gotta let my man DeBell get in here, man. And then I can shut this thing down because I got a flight to catch in like 5 hours, man. So
convenience.
yeah,
Hey,
go ahead,
hey,
DeBell.
love. Hey, love. Did you experience child support?
Hell
Yeah, he paying
yeah.
child support. You know he paying child support.
Well, I'm
Okay,
finished now. I told you the age of my kids. I did it.
I know,
I
I
won.
know. So when you was
And I
paying
got my
child,
son living with me now.
exactly. So when she was done with you with child support, that's when she gave you your kids, right? When your kids
Obvious.
wasn't worth
No,
shit to
remember
her
my
no
son
more.
is 17, so I got him
Well,
off.
you said 31 and 21.
Yeah,
You
they
had a
they off.
21-year-old daughter and a 31-year-old son living with you.
No,
So
no, my
when
21-year-old, she's in college and she works. So
and you
she's
said
doing
she
real
lives
good
with
for
you.
herself. You know what I'm saying? So she
You
don't live
just
with me.
you
She
just
still live
added the
with her.
17-year-old today. You've been
My
talking about the
17-year-old
21
live
and the
with me now.
31-year-old for a long time.
My
I'm trying to
But what
figure.
I'm
31-year-old's
saying
gone.
is,
He got his own
well, what
house.
I'm
Why love
saying
don't get
as
child
far as,
support for that 17-year-old? That's what I'm trying to figure out.
but what I'm
Cause
saying
Mr.
is,
Fantastic said it. We don't
what I'm
need their
saying
money.
is,
We just want
you
our
think you
children. We want to do
won,
the best.
but your baby mama gave them kids up when they wasn't worth shit no more. That's why they living with you
But that's
and
the
they helping you
truth.
with
What
rent.
I'm supposed to
You
do
got
about it?
roommates now.
Put
So
her
if you
ass
was
on
a hell
child
of a
support.
daddy,
That's the truth.
at what point does your 31-year-old move out?
I was pretty, my 31-year-old, he grew up with me. So he was a mover and
At
shaker
what
himself.
point
So
does he
he
grow
moved
up and
when he
be a
went to
man?
college, he did his thing. Then he moved to Detroit. He bought a couple houses in Detroit. You know what I'm
And now he
saying?
lives with you in an apartment. So y'all
No,
walk
my
around.
31-year-old son I'm a grandfather, man. He got his own, he got two cribs in
Eh,
Detroit, got
You
a,
just
a
said he
little,
lives
like
with
little
you.
loft condo. My
Yeah,
You
he
31-year-old
just said he
misspoke.
lives with you.
Hey,
doing way better than
fantastic.
you, boy.
I just want to tell you this before I leave.
My
You wrong.
31-year-old son doing
Hold
way
on.
better
I
than
want
you.
to tell him
You just
he was
said
wrong.
you just
Hold on.
said
Wait. I got you. I'm going to let y'all argue.
I got
You
three
wrong.
kids.
Men need that money. Men need to start taking these hoes to child support court. That
All right.
17-year-old. Hold on. No, because that's the problem. Y'all let them have y'all on child support for 14 years, and now you
So
don't want
after
to
you,
take her to
what I
court.
supposed to do, son?
Take
Lay
her to
down and
court.
cry?
what you
Take her
mean? He
Hey,
to.
got multiple houses. He can fend for himself now.
Of
No,
I'm out,
course.
no,
nigga.
But you got
I
him
gotta
living
go to
with
no.
sleep.
you.
My
That's crazy.
'Y'all sharing a
17-year-old is living
bathroom.
with me. One is living with me. Not my other two kids.
Well,
No,
man,
well, why
you
you
need to
don't
get
get
your
child
story
support for
straight,
that
bro.
17-year-old?
Say one more time.
You need to take that woman, that 17-year-old, and get child support to 21.